Connor's got the recap. Make sure everybody that you're up to level 7.
Oh crap!
Literally everyone other than Kelly.
And me.
Wait, am I doing it to actually level up the character the same night?
I just fucking gooned that one right up.
There's a lot of spells in here that I don't. Oh wait, no wonder why.
We did
I'm
go
like,
over
I've
it
never
last
heard
session.
of any of these things that's on the list. Then I realized that it's
Spelljammer spells?
Studio Ghibli spells.
Oh.
By the
You
way,
guys should also be able to see the Spelljammer ones I've put in there.
greatest sweater of all time.
Was that spell rifling?
Yes.
What, the Bucky's one?
Yeah, the Bucky's one.
You might like that one.
I saw that.
We wanted to get you a like a wife beater one that was like would have gone with your Hawaiian shirt, but they only had extra large left. I guess a lot of people like that one, took it already. It was like black and neon.
And neon?
Yeah, it was like neon blue and like purple.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I'm happy with
But
this one.
Okay, loving myself up.
Wait, hold on. Does anything happen at level 6 for bards?
I took polymorph.
This check.
No.
Doesn't matter what.
Wait.
You're gonna
Stop.
I just get a score improvement and an extra attack. No, score improvement either way.
I don't know if you guys didn't hear. I took.
Wait a second. If you actually, Steven, if you take
Yeah.
polymorph, and I take dominate creature,
You
Or
want to
dominate
do
beast.
that combo? I will do that combo with you.
no, I'm just kidding. You do what you want on that. Psychic lance will be fine. I think I can
the rabbit.
create a lot more shenanigans with polymorph.
D8 roll for life. Here we go. That's a 5. 5.
That's rough for you.
No, hold on. 5 plus 4. What does that make that, Kelly?
9, which is still kind of low, but
9 life is
Nice.
decent on a level up.
He's live and we're using our real names.
Ooh, I would
Wow.
Okay.
Go
Damn
on,
it.
Alex.
It
We're
just
gonna get all
He's done
minute
weird.
shot.
you can't.
he said
cast
my
catapult
full
on
name
a
on a
living
stream
creature.
once.
Wow.
Yeah.
Kelly? Hey, Kelly's called Alex by his last name like, I don't know, 37 times, I think.
You know what? That's fair. That's my bad.
Yeah.
That's
But that
100%
doesn't
fair.
that doesn't matter because his YouTube channel is called Moxie Productions anyways.
Yeah, but it could mean something else.
We are live, so I think Connor.
Yeah, just say it some more.
Doxing Alex feels
Not a
like
real name.
something he does anyway.
Yeah.
It's not a real name. It's just a nickname, everybody.
I don't think
Moxie's
Alex is big enough to all of a sudden start getting followers like, hey, I think my son goes to the same school yours goes to. It's like, what? Stop. How do you even know I have a kid?
yeah, honestly,
what?
if we get docs, we
My
know
kid's
that it's for
own
one
school.
only fan, and then Alex just go, "Hey, what the fuck, man?"
That guy from freaking
I-
YouTube that finds anybody around the world just by a background picture.
Oh my gosh,
What's gonna
yes.
happen to
Okay.
us? Like, you guys want to know where
Why
this
don't
guy
you turn the
is?
camera on?
That's fine. All mine are indoors, so good luck with that.
Someone's
Don't worry
gonna
about it.
like
He'll know exact-
figure
he'll
out
find
the
out
style of doorknob.
He'll find,
You'll find
yeah,
out
like
exactly
a
where you found
reflection
your
on
fish.
something.
He's like, I know where you bought those fish.
Man, I get a Bard College feature at this level. I have to go get the other book. Fuck.
Oh, so I need a D10.
You're a swords bard, right?
You bet.
You get extra attack.
My life is complete.
So you're saying I can have Crow kill you now?
No. I'm not king yet. I also learned Mantle of Magistry.
7, 8, 9. Okay.
I get to be able to cloak myself in fey magic that makes others want to serve you. Oh, baby. No, that's the College of Glamour.
Hey.
My bad.
And Windex love the Fae.
Yeah, I literally just get extra attack. Okay, so I just get to bite again. It took me 7 levels, guys. But I get to bite again.
Look, it's gonna take me a while before I can get a second shot.
Extra nibble
Oh fuck!
is what we're gonna call it.
That's what I could have done.
Is what?
Oh, dual wield fucking pistols, laser pistols.
You wanna be a piece
So
of
I can
metal?
just shoot twice until I can get my
Man,
actual
you could have
proper
been a
multi-attack.
you could have been a space skeleton cowboy.
Look. We have Ron. We can still do this. We can still do that.
What?
Yeah, what?
You can just disguise me as a skeleton space cowboy. It's fine.
No, but you could have been like dual wielding guns, and you could have been like, "There's not enough bones in the town for the 2 of us."
Man, when you said that, the only thing I envisioned was you wearing a sombrero, bandoliers, and a mustache.
Hmm.
I love
I
that
don't
he
know
has
why.
to
Do that, too.
wear a mustache.
Same
I'm
wavelength.
already wearing a beard. I could just do the mustache.
Observant. What's observant?
Observant is when you observe something.
Choose one of the skills of insight, investigation, or perception. If you lack proficiency, choose the
Oh,
skills.
baby. This
Oh
is
wait,
it.
I forgot. I can now cast major images, and they last until dispelled.
That's pretty good.
Wait,
Hey, Caleb, if I
I
wanted
get
to,
to cast that at 6th level.
Caleb,
Well,
if I wanted to,
It's
if
saying
I
at
wanted
fourth
to
level on
search
this, but let me double
something
check.
while in a
Wait,
bad,
what? Did they lower it?
If it's
They
D&D
might have.
Beyond, it's up to date.
Hold up, wait, that's not good.
It is. It's,
I can already see Ron making this a huge problem.
Only somewhat.
Alright, I posted a picture. 2 pictures. Space.
Oh god.
Space cowboy skeleton.
So,
Okay.
Are you just reviewing the spell?
That,
Or the condition?
that's terrifying.
only because, now it's 2024 rules, so they did drop it by 2 levels. I
Yeah,
didn't notice that until today, so
that's good to know.
Just remember, if it can be worked for you, it can be used against you too.
oh, that's okay. Just wait till you guys get sick of me. It's like, what do you mean? Before I went to bed tonight, I cast 2 major images of myself, just doing various poses in the hallway. What?
Major images can be animated too.
Exactly.
I knew you were a perverted old man.
I mean, maybe.
It's the mustache that gave it away.
what's return? Yeah. Or
I like to sing about you and spring. I like to sing.
Didn't you send me some kind of document or something, Caleb, regarding the ship or something? Hold on.
Isn't the
Yes,
Discord chat?
it's posted in Lands of Lemuria chat, and that's just the actual stats for the ship. In case you guys want to plan around it outside of session, how many hit points it has, armor rating, all that.
Thank you.
Yes, kitten.
I
Huh.
cast 4th level shenanigans.
Ron, I just noticed your picture.
Whose?
One.
What's picture?
Ron's picture icon.
Is the little drawing?
Drawing. Oh, maybe it really. I thought it was just a picture. Nope. Oh my gosh, I'm a fucking idiot.
What
nope,
are you
just
going
ignore
on
me.
about?
Yeah, what's
I don't know.
happening?
I am
I
so
think she's
lost.
having a
So
stroke.
It's
that's fine, guys.
It
It's a
said
woman moment.
failure to start camera error 201, and I was like, okay, like I get it. You didn't want to turn your camera on because you're busy doing shenanigans. That's funny. And then I was like, oh wait, but that's not. That's not how pictures display in Discord. It's not a full screen. It's like one circular icon in the background picture. Oh, whoops. Never mind.
Quite all right, Kelly. Quite all right.
It's not easy being cheesy, is it, Kelly?
It's not easy being a fucking idiot, man. Like,
God, these are good.
you got your deck 76% ready,
Who the
or
hell are you talking-
72%.
You mean me?
You. Yeah.
No, I have a 72% win rate on it, yet I bombed last weekend like all hell.
Yeah, you got your ass handed to you from what you told us.
I don't even fucking know what
happens.
happened.
It happens.
Like, no, in theory, it does. In practicality, I rock. And this just super sucked.
Apparently not.
Yeah, I played my first 3 games. The first 2 people I played against ended up going to top table. And I don't know what happened. We went to one to one life, which is like end of the game. Somebody has to fumble, and the game kind of ends. That person was me, twice, for no fucking good reason, because my brain decided to like not be in my head anymore. And
It's a lesson in humility.
for real. So I lost, and then I ended up losing my 3rd game because I got high rolled to another dimension, and I was like, nobody could have won that game. Like, nobody. If they had the hands that I had and they had the hands that they had, nobody could have won. So, and then I went to go play game 4, and I was basically at the second last table, and I was like, hey man, I don't care how this game goes. This super sucks. And the guy was just like, well, I'm having a great day. And I was just like,
Well, I'm
oh,
sure you are.
he was like, oh, I'm from Buffalo, so I made a good trip out here. Proceed to smash this kid into another dimension. Like, so he ends up going
He's a
0 and 4.
nice
He goes
kid.
0 and 4 and drops out. Super nice kid. I'm still basically like the bottom table because so many people drop out. And this guy comes over and he's just like, yeah, I'm like not doing super great today either. And I was just like, yeah, I don't really care about this game either. I'm only like 1 and 3 now. He's like, yeah, my girlfriend's at like the top table. She's the one playing Dorinthia. And I was just like, oh, okay, right on. That sounds cool. To
Oh,
proceed
so
to-
she's the one who beat your cheeks earlier.
I wish I played Dorinthia, man. I would smash that deck. That thing has nothing on me. So, proceed to dominate this dude. Like, dominate. You start with 40
You made his
life,
girlfriend jealous, is what you're saying.
just right in front of him. Just total cucked. Just wrecked. Fucking wrecked. So I'm 2-3. And I was at seat 16, 15, 17, and 16, and 15. The bottom table, like the whole time. And then I checked online, and the next one said, "You're going to table 5." And I was like, that's like the main table, and I'm only 2-3. And I was like, okay. So then I go up there, and I was just like, this is where I feel like I should have been all day. And this one dude that I sit down to play against is like the 4th seed for the entire day. And he goes, yeah, I'm 3-2 right now. And I was like, I'm 2-3. And he's like, I've been at this table all day. The top table, he's been there all day. And I was like, this is where I belong. I proceed to bring the game to 1-1 again, and I hit him with a double vaporized shock and fucking win the game. And I'm just like, bitch, I should have been here all day winning this. I was just like, this is bullshit. Like, absolute dog shit. I proceed to beat this guy. He is no longer in consent. He was the 4th seed for the tournament. He no longer has a chance at top 8. He's completely knocked out of the tournament for the rest of it. And I just brought him down with me. Like, I proceeded to take a man down with me because I was fucking miserable.
Out of spite.
No, it's survival of the fittest. It's just, if he was going to deserve to be up there, then he would have beat you.
Exactly. And it was, so Aurora has a really bad matchup into Vincent. And that's what he was playing. And I was just like, I know what that deck does. It literally just annihilates me. And then I was just like, but I'm not going to let it happen.
Psych.
Yeah. So. And then, yeah, he was just like, well, looks like I'm going to pack up and leave. And I was like, well, me too. So, it major fucking sucked, but then I started doing more testing online, and you can, like, check your stats and stuff, and it's like, you have a 72% win rate. Now it's just like, bullshit you do. I was just like, it's like, you went fucking 0-3 at the beginning of last week. What the fuck's wrong with you?
I mean,
I get 72% is a C though. Like that's not a high passing grade.
This was an F. This was an absolute failure. For I would have been happy with a middle of the road C at first.
It's a
I
high
would be.
C. It's a C
Yeah.
plus.
I would be
you didn't get
extremely
any wins
happy.
at all.
With a 72% win rate in poker. Like, I would be
Oh, yeah.
ultra happy if I had that.
Yeah. But, like, I could have at least gone, like, 2-1 at the start and then played my next 3 games and maybe gone, like, 5-2 or something. But I don't know. I don't know what the fuck happened. But, yeah, it's Sunday is the next.
It was like me at the casino. I had $100, and then I went back 60 and lost 40. So that's a C for a first time. That's pretty good.
So, yeah. So, next PQ is this Sunday. If I win, I get a ticket to Singapore, which is fucking cool.
What?
Damn. That's
Wow.
that's a huge prize.
Yeah, no shit. That's why it's worth
Like,
Is there
entering.
like a
A ticket, like, to the Singapore tournament or
Yes.
a flight there?
like a flight, probably just a ticket to the
Yeah.
tournament.
Ticket to the
exactly.
tournament, yeah.
That's a good
Yeah.
point. Still though,
That shit.
And then you can. I don't know.
I'm not gonna piss on your parade though. Like that's still
Oh,
very
that's awesome.
cool.
Yeah.
Win and hawk that shit.
How long
Yeah.
is a flight to Singapore? Isn't that like 12 hours or something?
It's fucking long, dude. And there's like a
Listen,
time
if you-
difference too.
I swear to God, if you go to Singapore and you couldn't even come to Texas, I'm gonna scream.
You're gonna be
You'll
so
lose
proud.
my
You're gonna be so
goddamn
proud because
mind.
I'm gonna be on stream and I'm gonna be wearing the Bucky shit from Texas.
She's gonna
Give
wear
a
all
shit about
that.
like I'm mad that you missed grill day.
That I didn't
Like,
what?
I got-
You missed the day that we grilled.
Yeah.
I was there on video. You guys were
Connor made some awesome chicken.
It's not the same.
were
Yeah,
sort of
yeah.
doing it.
Amazing chicken.
I mean, it could have been better if I knew how to do coal barbecue. But
that was the
Yeah,
best
it's my
part. Like it was so much fun. You guys just gotta figure it out.
no,
It was
I
just-
prefer. I was like, look, it could have been better because I would have known what I was doing and have been like, done.
I feel you there, Connor. I felt exactly the same way.
Look, the chicken and steaks were delicious.
Okay.
And also, you got to learn, which is the most delicious.
I didn't learn much.
lesson.
What you do is you put gasoline on the charcoal until it burns, and then you just let it burn.
Yeah.
And then you close it, and you open it once in a while if you think it's going too hot, and then you close it again.
Yeah.
There you go.
See?
If you know if your temperature gauge works, which that one didn't. But,
Yeah.
Awesome.
So you kind of had to just watch it.
No, when it comes to charcoal like that, it's just kind of really cooking on vibes.
Yeah.
It's really cool that your
Exactly.
guys' place had a pool table, though.
Mhm.
It wasn't an actual pool table. It was like a mini pool table.
Like a
Yeah,
two-thirds
like one of those-
size?
Like one of those
Yeah.
Walmart, IKEA sort of pool tables.
Like you could like hold like 3 balls in your hand. They weren't like actual like pool balls.
Yeah, balls.
Balls.
Holy balls.
Also, it did look like the table was held together by Scotch tape. So
Yeah, we tried like tightening it, and it was like, it's like who tightens? Like,
Oh, is it really
Ron was
wibbly?
playing-
yeah, it
Ron
was really.
playing- yeah, Ron was playing CSI Texas with this pool table. It's like, I think somebody was stabbing the pool balls. I think somebody tightened these too tight.
Yeah.
He was like leaning down to adjust it to see if he could fix it. He was very scientific.
There is no chalk for the pool cues, so you can. like,
Somebody fucking probably grinded it up last time and snorted it while you guys were...
oh yeah, one of them
One of
didn't
the
even have.
pool cues didn't even have like the thingy on the end.
Yeah, didn't have a tip.
Yeah.
It was
Maybe
just
one
like
of
a
them
piece of wood.
Yeah.
It had the white part, and the top was off. And he was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, like actually.
no felt or whatever it was.
Yeah, the felt.
Somebody snorted the fucking pool, the cue, and then the chalk, and then like bit the cue off.
All right, so if everybody's leveled up,
Yes.
Yeah, I gain life and I have extra attack.
That's not what
Kelly, are you level 7?
It better be. I'm
I
pretty sure I
basically became
leveled
a
it up
fighter.
last time, like at the end of the session. Yep, level 7.
Okay. Connor, whenever you're ready, you've got the recap, buddy.
All right. So, I decided I was tired with this stuff. So, I just decided to have a good nap. But as a detective, I'm really good at listening, and as a Loxodon, which is a good trait of mine that I can listen to a lot of stuff, even though people say that we can't listen to stuff better than people. So, from what I remember was I was taking my quick nap as I was double thinking. Tashmir agreed that all 3 parts agreed with 3 parts, 6 parts, Article 4, and all that. 5 Fingers was happy with everything except for Article 3. A lot of people actually were happy with Article 3, but the 5 Fingers certainly wanted to just kill people after we were finished with everything. The Welsh were on with the Tashmura. They didn't like Article 4 as well because land distribution, it was too vague, and back up on everything else. And the Brick Boots, well, they're just made Brick Boots. Cuts goes down 4%, ours goes up 3%, we stand to make 87,000 gold altogether. They wanted the comforts of after divvying up pressures. Wanted to make sure the cuts that give us 20% cuts out the Welsh, which isn't nice. And then I heard a knock at the door, and then I could hear from the footsteps because I'm an investigator, and I could hear that stuff. Because the Goth is here, and the 2 minutes, and then finally Crow Grimnar came in, and a Yuanzi woman, who I can't remember the name of, but I remember most of it. After that, negotiations came to that Crow, what she's interested in is Dragon Corpse. Also, she'll be contributing squids, and she wants more of the spiders. Brick Boots and Welsh. We start doing stuff. Yada. Brooks was the Welsh. We're under agreement. Brick Boots were left, and then eventually it was just the Welsh that were happy. Eventually we got to that. When the spiders dread. And then I nodded off for a little bit longer. I like those rations we used to have back in the war. Some reason they used to put like spices in them, you know. Not the newest war. Like the first one when I was a cadet, that was good. But I guess we had the resources for that. And then the other ones, it was more like loafy. Like it was more like bread. It wasn't like the sausages they gave us. What was I? Oh right. We want the Yanti. It's what I remember. There's a lot of talking. Yes, I can listen a lot. Deal ended. Pretty much Article 4, Part 3, pretty much 5 fingers be able to attack anyone. Well, no, actually, no. That was it. Everyone gave 5 fingers the one middle finger about that. That was stupid. Article 6 be backed up. And then we negotiated that we get the heart, or a bit of the dragon meat. And then I think it was costing about 800 gold. Something like that. 8,700 would be a cut for everyone else. And then Dread creeped out everyone else by trying to marry the princess once the war was over.
Yeah, Dread.
I didn't creep anybody out. She was very lovely about it.
She literally stood there and begged Amalia to force you to bathe.
I have been adventuring, okay?
Not to have my eyes closed, I never heard cringe in my life.
Factually accurate, 100% entertaining. You get a point of inspiration.
Oh, I also then all agreed to the speech. And no one said anything about the speech, in which I was in agreement that it was a speech. And that was it. I was expecting something more to happen.
There was indeed a speech.
And now we're playing a video game.
Yeah, there's supposed to be a whole segment where like each of them give a speech trying to be the commander. I cut that because I forgot about it. So now Ron's the commander.
Of course.
Video
it's only right.
games.
But yeah, at the end of the last session, Crow slammed her hand on the table and cast Major Image to make a field of stars and debris. And you can see that there is a set of 6 ships, as well as another set of 6 ships further away, and a dragon amongst them.
Oh shit! Oh my god, it's something!
It's for practice.
Yeah.
And she says, so, since you're all so new to spell jamming, I'll run you through one of the Spelljammer Academy basics. This is point defense. The rules for this mission are going to be pretty simple. I think our combat is probably going to devolve into 2 or 3 wings fighting each other, duking it out. So we're going to go with that, just to give you a crash course. But the rules are going to be fairly simple. You guys are trying to defend a point where people are extracting and exfiltrating away. In this scenario, if Fengrayer lands, they're all going to be considered slain, and you lose. Additionally, because I can't possibly know the interior dimensions of the Spelljammers, if your ships are boarded, the boarding party is going to get a de facto victory and knock that ship off the board. The goal here is pretty simple. You're trying to hold this position for 30 seconds and allow the evacuation of the civilians on this freighter.
Sounds simple enough.
Okay. All right.
Any complaints? Any questions that you need from me before we begin?
Alia raises her hand.
Yes?
Hello?
This is great. But are we gonna have enough time to rest up and recoup before the actual battle?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, great. I just wanted to make sure.
From what you had said, we've got a little bit over a day left.
And there's no chance that he would just come early for no reason, right?
It's possible, but that's why I have my ship cloaked and above this combat zone that you guys had pointed out to us. We're doing our recon in force.
Okay, great. Thank you.
We'll know when
Makes
we
me feel
go.
a lot better.
Mr. Elephant, you had a question?
No, I was just waking up. I'm pretty rested. I'm long rested. I was listening, though. I was listening.
Drip.
Ugh.
Well, alright. So, we're going to run this as
Actually,
if you guys were commanding Spelljammers. You had a question? Sorry.
Yeah, I just want to know what kind of ships we working with. Anything that I should know about ahead of time.
Wonderful question. Wonderful question. So, under your command, you're going to have your LT Barone, which you can issue orders to as much as you'd like, as often as you'd like. You also have the TMS Odyssey, the Snakebite, the Black Swan, the Pickaxe, the Gem Razor, and the Ashen Tide. In total, you have 4 frigate-class medium-weight ships and 3 light ships. You'll be able to issue orders to the 6 ships under your command by sending a message chain. Essentially, you'll have to cast sending to one of the captains of the ships, and then it'll be forwarded on from ship to ship to ship. Due to the nature of this magic, that means you're able to issue orders, but only in a limited capacity. So if you have orders for your ship, it'll have to... Or if you have general orders for the ships, you'll have to give them to them in the prep round. Make sense?
Makes sense.
Makes sense.
Can he give general orders before we leave to say, hey, in case of this, do this, or in case of that, do this, or when in doubt, do this?
Yes. That's
Just
more
to reduce
possible.
just to reduce on the amount of time that we have to wait for a message to catch up with them.
Well, that depends on the commander too. Because what if they, bug out? And they're like, "Oh, I guess we can retreat now because that was the order."
Well, this is only a simulation, so we'll assume your orders are carried and relayed perfectly. In a real combat scenario, that's almost never the case.
Should we practice for that situation, or should we start on easy mode then?
I look over at
don't
Oliver
have-
Green and I'm just like, have you ever truly thought that we are all in a simulation? Like, I feel like at some times in my life, some other great entity has been controlling me.
I think that's just a Dampier thing.
Is that
At any rate,
That's what
leans
you get
over
for
and
not being a
whispers to
vampire.
So
Dread?
do we know this is the formation they're coming out in, or are they gonna have something different?
this is just a general assumption. Although, when traveling long distances, I would assume they'd travel as a wing. It's just safer.
Okay.
After traveling in a wing, it's generally good strategy to break up into flights and then squadrons. Considering they only have 20 ships under their command, plus a dragon, they're probably going to fly in wing formation, and then break up into squadrons and no further. Although, you can expect them to spread out a little bit once combat actually kicks off, so that everybody has clear line of sight on all targets. It's always generally a good strategy to keep your fire lanes open if you're not the one defending.
Okay, but back to this theory.
Somehow he leans over to Dread. It's like, is this a Raven Queen thing that you need to figure out?
No, I
But
feel
what
like
if
I'm...
we made them? They had to be clustered, and they were just stuck in place. Like we blew up so much in one spot that they couldn't move.
But they're in space, they can move.
Are we doing XY axes, or is this just like? I played whole world. We can do this.
I don't think that'll be necessary.
No, I didn't think so.
I don't think that the enemy thinks in ups and downs.
Prince, you are playing checkers
No, like-
while we are playing chess.
Damn, I was playing Monopoly over here.
This is D&D space where you can only go forward and backwards and left and right.
Unless you're an Arakakra, and then you can go up.
He wants
I mean,
to
yeah.
play 4D chess. The kind where I'm losing and I can spit in your face.
No one played Homeworld.
But yeah.
Okay, who's got the picture? Captain Colonel Mustard. Do you mind zooming in a little? Whoa. You just went across the galaxy, my friend.
Is that us or is that?
This is the enemy.
That's them. We are mega fucked.
I'm sure we're fine.
Okay. If I know the rules right, if we get enough pawns to the other side, they'll become
Have to
queens.
start this far. We can't just wait the portal and just blow them up.
What's the giant
Move them
six?
Move them forward a few squares.
Turn timer.
Oh,
The 6 is our objective. That we have to last.
Yeah, so move forward because we can't battle next to our objective. So we have to go out.
The sub objective being you can't let Fengrayer land on the 6.
Fengrayer being the
Yes.
dragon.
okay.
You can't drag these nuts over the 6.
So move,
Glorious.
leave one behind and move the rest forward. Spread out. Or we could do the almighty flying V.
We're trying to
I'll
drag his
be
nuts over the
running
objective.
as the game master. Lucius will be running as your enemies. And the rest of you get to try and outthink a Yuan-Ti super genius.
Oh shit.
Bet this is the
Like,
only
on our side, right?
this is the only thing I'm good at.
All right.
Shenanigans.
This is my thoughts.
The only way to beat a genius.
No.
This is what we're going to...
There was a quote a long time ago. The only way to beat an idiot is to become an idiot.
Do they
So
have
if you want to
certain-
issue any general orders to your ships, you can. Like, if you want them to prioritize specific targets, or any of that, you can do that right now.
How many of our
I say to focus fire on whatever the El Tiburon fires on.
Okay? Focus fire.
Focus fire, no matter what. And then don't let anything pass.
Okay, I've got the initiative worked out. So, top of the round.
Oof.
It ticks down from 5 to 6. And starting out the initiative is going to be Fengrayer.
Okay.
Fengrayer is going to cast Blur on himself.
Hmm.
And then he's going to move 6 squares. Also, he's too big. He should occupy 1 square.
Finger cast reduce.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
He's too big.
He's going to move 6 squares. He has no option but to dash and move 6 squares again. Next up is the LT Barone. You and your
range? Hold on, I got the range.
1,200 feet. Each of these squares is 20 feet.
Okay, so we can hit anywhere on the map.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I mean, of course. What do you guys think? We're just gonna fucking focus fire Fenrir right now, because like that's the subject. If it lands, then we lose.
Yeah, let's
You're
take
the
him out.
captain.
That's what
If
I
it
thought.
lands or if we get boarded.
You're the captain. We follow your order.
well,
Tournament pace.
our most powerful gun is the main one at the front, right?
All right.
Our most
Yes,
powerful
so
gun is friendship.
There you
we
go.
can fire the big one, and then I don't know how many times we get. What's our crew consist of to be able
And
to
the
fire?
big gun.
Over here on the side, I've got your guys' entire crew set up.
I gotta fucking go on to top secret.
Okay, so gotcha. Okay. So the big gun, it can be fired once per turn.
Oh no, that's not your guys' ship. That's Regan's ship.
Hmm.
Over on the purple and blue side. Yeah, that side.
Oh,
That's
okay.
you guys.
Here we go.
You guys can set yourself wherever you want on the board. I'm assuming you want 2 people on the front cannons, on the top cannon.
And we got 6 grunts, so
You guys have a lot of action economy on the ship.
Okay. Yeah. So how many shots can we pull off with the big gun per shot? So it takes an action to load and then an action to fire, correct?
Your guys' arcane cannon
Yeah.
doesn't take an action to load.
Oh.
It just takes an action to fire. But it has limited capacity.
Okay. And we have how many shots? Let's see here. It looks like we have 10 charges currently. Or no, 23 charges.
Yep, 23 charges. It uses a charge every clear shot.
Oh, well, shit. That being said, how many shots does Wingdings? How many shots can you take? How many actions?
I can take 1 whole shot.
All right. Anyone got 2 multi-attack?
not
Right.
yet.
I have multi-attack.
I just look at you and I'm like, Ready?
Which of these guns have piercing dits?
I'm going to
Mine, like,
entrust you in
does my
this
feats
glorious,
affect-
glorious thing of actually taking first shot at this dragon.
Did you just
Can
call
I
me a
trust you
thing?
with
Did you just call me a thing?
No, I called the actioner thing because I couldn't come up with anything witty.
It's the nicest
are a
thing he's
thing,
ever
though.
said to me.
This dude, straight up.
All right, no, the time is of the essence. So will you be able to? Will you take the shot?
Okay, Captain. I will go on the main cannon. And to be my bitch, I wanted to be Wingdings.
Dread.
What?
It takes 2 shots.
Who do you guys want to have on the guns up top?
All right. So what
Don't
is
I need
our
a lo-
total?
Don't I need a
We have-
loader?
You guys have 3 guns and 3 spots for
Yeah.
guns.
main gun.
Okay. So no, you don't need a loader. That's the best part.
Okay.
We just have limited capacity.
You can
Okay.
only shoot 10 shots.
Wingdings gets a gun. Let's give him the.
Does
let's
our
give him
feats
the
and traits affect?
arcane gun. And does that need a loader?
Nope.
Awesome.
The arcane guns don't.
And then Galumbo, you want to take the heavy hitter, the bullet gun, the mundane gun?
Does our feats and traits affect which gun we're using at all, or no?
Sadly, no. Except for
no.
magic.
No.
You can use magic to
No.
you can cast magic into it.
Shoot. Now that sucks. I got piercing,
That does suck.
but I'll do it. Yeah, because if I hit something and it was too low of a roll, I can re-roll it on my turn, as long as it's piercing damage.
All right,
These
Amalia,
guns do bludgeoning.
Will it
you get ready to help to have the grungs tell them what to do to help you repair the shit if we start getting hit.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they believe in me.
They believe in me.
And then we're gonna have 2
Like they
grungs
knew you in another life.
help
No, because they helped them get their eggs back.
Galumbo.
Also true.
2 grungs help Galumbo just to load. That way he just has to worry about taking the shots.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Would
since
I
it's
be able? Would I be able to use guiding bolt to get the
Not at this rate.
as a range? Oh, okay. It's
So-
the
so
range
on
is
these
120 feet.
We're in
Yeah,
space,
these-
Kelly.
I know.
on this
no,
map,
I'm looking at the
120
map.
feet would be 6 squares.
Yeah.
Oh, son of a bitch. Okay, that
Yeah.
because scale. That makes sense.
Once
Yes.
it gets close, though, absolutely light that shit up.
Okay, cool.
There's also you also have the option of using any of your spell gemmer spells, like spell rifling, which would extend a spell's range to the range of the gun.
Unerring bolt, though, that's 1,200 feet.
Ooh, you can actually if you cast that on Dread's first shot, then it's just gonna hit.
Yeah.
Wait, you can use that on the arcane cannon.
Yes,
You can
you can use it on any ship gun.
It says must target a cannon, ballista, or other spelljammer weapon that requires an attack roll.
Yep.
Boom.
Okay.
So you can't put it on like the bombs from a bomb bay,
Mhm.
but you can put it on any gun that you would normally have to roll a dice to hit with.
You can cast it on Dread. He's certainly a cannon.
I walk up to Dread, and just put my hand on your shoulder, is like, all right, Dread, you ready for this? Malia, hit the gun.
Doing it!
No, the gun is pretty. Don't hit it.
Dread,
Yeah.
go ahead and pull the trigger on that fucker.
This is exactly what
Light
I've been
'em up.
waiting for. And I look over and I lean over. I go, I've only seen people shoot these. Where's the trigger?
You're holding it.
Perfect.
Your hand is just like press your index finger in.
Squeeze the trigger.
You gotta aim somewhat, because the spell's only so powerful. You still gotta aim in the general direction.
What? I do? And I just pull the trigger.
Okay, you just do 6d10 damage. Just flat out 6d10 damage. What's your target?
Here, the dragon. We'll roll it on here. It's 60-10 plus 10.
6d10 plus 10.
Dragging these D10s across is... That's...
59 damage.
That's actually a great roll.
Excellent roll. Dread, you did it. Great shit.
Can
Now,
I,
Alright.
Can I
do it again.
do it again?
Now you have to roll the hit.
Now I cast
This
an
time
Unerring
I
bolt.
cut. Oh, okay.
Oh.
I'll cast it.
Okay.
I was gonna cast it too.
So now it just hits again?
Yeah.
Yep.
Guys, I might be getting too old for this.
Ooh, 31. That's not as good, but
Low roll, comparatively.
you watch two explosions of gore happen to this dragon. Even though he has blur on, you guys use magic to counteract that and hit him anyway.
Yeah, how do you like that, you big son of a bitch?
Wingdix,
Yes.
you're up.
It me?
It is your shot, my friend.
And I've got the arcane cannon.
I'm back from outer space.
No, you've got an arcane gun.
Arcane gun. All right.
Cast gun.
How this bitch looking?
Hey, he looks like he got hit twice, but he's still struggling on pretty good.
I see. The arcane gun. What's my modifier again?
Plus 8.
+8. All right. Yeet. Natural 17 +8.
A natural 7 plus 8?
No, natural
17.
17.
1
Yes,
7.
that's gonna hit. That's a 23. That's gonna hit.
Don't try to
All right, and
the pennies.
4d10 plus 10?
1,
Where's it?
2, 3, 4.
Yeah, 4d10 plus
Plus
10.
Yeet.
Yay.
So 32.
Oh no, I'm sorry. It's 60-10 on that one.
Oh,
No, wait,
60.
what, hold on. Which one is deck? Which is on the? I'm looking at this card. Is it deck card, deck gun?
It's the deck gun. It's an arcane deck gun.
Okay.
So it's the 4d10 or the 60?
3d10
3d10.
Oh, 3d10.
plus 5.
So if we just cut out that last number, it was 17 plus what? 22. Still?
Okay.
22.
22 damage.
55.
Jumbo, let it rip.
Oh, did he
Plus
bring
8.
his Beyblades?
Yes.
I walk away from the gun.
Sweat. Regular cannon, right?
You get a plus 8.
Yeah, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
Oh gosh, those 17s are popular.
Yeah.
I think that hits. So 40, 10 plus 10.
4d10 plus 10. Ooh. No. Where are my d10s?
Oh, he has blur, so if you're rolling, you roll at disadvantage.
Okay. Oh, wait, I roll at disadvantage? Shit.
Yes.
Alright. It's like 17. Ah, fuck no. 7 plus 8.
That is unfortunately a miss.
Yep. That sucks.
That's fair. And then the Grungs reload his gun for him. And I believe that's our action economy. Amalia, she spent her turn doing the unerring bolt. I did unerring bolt. Do we have anyone else? That's no. Okay. Yep.
Next up is the Iron Arachnid. The Iron Arachnid is much slower. It only gets to move about that far. But it sees the LT Barone start opening up. Can't really get a direct shot on you. So it's going to start out by attacking the pickaxe right here. It gets 5 shots with its guns. So, plus 8 for those.
A lot of shots.
That was the wrong thing. That's a miss. That's also a miss. Oh my god, this fucking... So, 2 hits, and 2 nat ones. So, covering the nat ones first. It's gonna deal itself Come on. Stop shaking. 68 points of damage as 2 of its guns misfire and explode.
We're already winning this fight, boys.
Heck yeah.
And it deals the pickaxe
Lethal damage. No.
it could be. It could be. 106.
Mm. Oof.
Reducing it down to 144. So the pickaxe takes just a direct bow shot from these guns, and you can see little puffs of smoke in this illusion as some of its cannons begin to explode. After them, it is the snake bite's turn. The snake bite literally just starts bum rushing ahead. It's
Shit.
gonna boost, it's going to move its full movement and boost, and then it's gonna take all 4 of its shots. It has nothing but arcane cannons. That is 2 misses and 2 hits. What? Oh, you guys had said to focus fire on anything you shoot at, so they have to shoot at Fengrayer.
Yep.
Get him, get him, get him. Behave and do as you're told.
Can't have any pudding until you finish your meat.
It's back on the menu, boys.
I'm waiting for the damage to resolve here.
Ah, hate that. All of the dice, all of the math. So the clickety clacks are very like
They deal 92 points of force damage to Fengrayer, and he is looking pretty rough.
Nice.
Not quite bloodied, but definitely not looking great.
I bet he didn't expect that.
Oh, don't worry. Don't you worry. After the snake, it's the Black Swan. The Black Swan is a bonus action, is going to go invisible. Removing it from the board. I'm going to leave her on board so you guys can still see her, but she's going to flank around the side of the pickaxe and also attack Fengrayer. It gets 4 arcane cannon shots and 1 arcane annihilator shot.
Oh. Oh boy. I want to see what this guy does.
I just realized I didn't roll those at disadvantage, but I'm going to give you the hits anyway. It's got to roll all of its attacks. Oh, wait, you know what? No. They're just going to expend some spell slots here because they are a crew full of mages. What? Spells. They're going to use 2 of their attacks. The Arcane Annihilator and one of the Arcane Cannon hits. They're going to use a pair of Unerring Bolts. And then they're going to attempt a Hold Monster through Spell Rifling on the other one. So. That is 6d10 from that cannon shot.
Everything on. Home. Warning. Keep on. Battery.
56. Fengrayer is officially bloodied. And he doesn't look very good. Well, that's one too many digits there, Caleb. He's not looking all that great. After the Swan, it is the Dusk Mider's turn. the Dusk Miner is gonna fly ahead, and seeing how bad you guys are kicking its ass, it's going to try and reduce the pickaxe and try and knock something off the board before it gets to shoot. So they get 4 attacks, each of these at a +8. That is 3 consecutive hits, which might be the end. That might spell the end for your guys' ally, the pickaxe.
Oh no! Out of
Pickaxe, that was my
curiosity,
favorite.
yeah, who's the pickaxe owned by? Is that a Brick Boots ship?
That is a brick boot ship.
Fuck 'em.
You guys watch as
Listen,
the pickaxe
Listen, they
is
want it
reduced.
salvaged, they're gonna salvage their own fucking ship.
These cannon bolts fire through the air and smash into the pickaxe, essentially tearing it in half.
Yeah.
And you watch as little, tiny, illusory dwarven bodies go drifting through space.
Well, now I feel
They
sad.
they got they got scuba diving suits on. They're fine. They can breathe.
Yeah, they're just sleeping. They're so sleepy. It's been a long, tough day.
The Eclipse Whirl is going to move forward. The Eclipse Whirl is going to use its arcane cannon, and it's going to shoot at you guys at the LT Barone.
Don't do
Bring
that.
it.
That's not fun.
Bring it.
Also,
This
Is there
does not
anything we
bring
can
joy.
even do about it?
We got the best damn healers, the ship repairers on money can buy.
As I yell down to the ground, and I'm just like, "Are you guys ready to start repairing?"
Damn
You
it,
have your
no.
hammers and nails ready?
Yeah.
we got this!
God, they are on the lower deck, right? I hope the lower deck doesn't get struck. It'd be a real shame to see Grung flying through space.
It's like the Titanic, the lower deck goes first.
So, they do 32, doubled to 64 points of damage to you guys because it is a siege weapon.
Nintendo
Nintendo, no.
64.
Uh,
Yeah, how about you Nintendo don't right now?
Yeah. Nintendo 64.
And then they're going to get an additional 3 cannon shots. And they're just going to press their advantage and keep shooting at you guys.
See, this is what I don't like, is that we can't like use shield or like claim resistance against laser rifles because it's a ship. There's nothing that we can do. Yeah, we're just gonna sit here and take it like some sort of abused mob wife.
Well, I mean, if you guys look at your spelljammer spells.
Oh. Should we?
Yeah, guys, if you look at your Spelljammer spells.
I'm
Oh,
just saying.
Captain, my captain.
Is it on this piece of paper?
Okay, hold on. I'll look at that. I'll look at them, and I look at the palm of my hand, and I'm just like, oh, I got sweaty hands. They've all gone away.
You
was
wrote him on your hand.
His shooting hand. He's like, ah!
Yeah. And I look at my other hand, and I'm like, that was a good cheesecake recipe I had on that one.
Hold on. Let
No,
me
that's gone.
scroll up. I know them here at one point. It's been a while now. I might have to repost it.
Was it in the Discord chat? I
Yep.
see Bastion sheet.
I'm just gonna blow my nose. Hold on.
What? Dungeon sexuality.
Did that have to be the exact moment where I stopped disassociating?
I think that's why you stopped disassociating. Let's be clear.
It probably was.
There you go. There is a note for the Spelljammer spells.
Okay, I was like, there's a
But
PDF.
for example, something Amalia could do. Bulwark of Faith. You touch a Spelljammer, bracing for combat, you channel your magic into a thin veil-like barrier around your Spelljammer hull that hardens in response to damage. The Spelljammer gains a temporary hit points that equals 5 times the level of the spell slot used. These hit points last for the duration of the spell. At the end of that duration, if any temporary hit points remain, restore a number of hit points to the hull equal to the number you lost.
Nanomachines, son.
Doing it. Okay, I've gone all the way back to when we were. I'm in the new games chat. Is that the wrong chat?
See, I'm not sure. I'll be honest.
Lands Mario custom spells. These are added to the
Okay.
spell.
But the very bottom, it does say 79 more lines. If we download it, do we get the 79 more lines?
Yes.
Okay.
Spelljammer homebrew rules.
Did I download this before? That's my question. Checking.
Is that what it's in? Spelljammer homebrew rules?
Yes.
Okay. Gorgeous.
Another one that you guys just don't have access to yet is, like, Blackgate, which is you teleport out of the way of a shot.
Spell rifle.
That has access to stuff like System Shock, Force Jam, and Armor Shear, making it easier to hit a ship, or just disabling the weapons on a ship.
I heard that last bit. Let's hit him with the EMP.
So there are options for you guys to do to interact with these ships. That's what this combat is for.
Yeah, I totally forgot about this. This thing is enormous. This absolutely should have been homework last week.
Well, you know,
I'm not blaming you. I'm blaming myself. I totally forgot about it. It was a resource. It was there. You sent it ages ago, and I totally forgot about it. That's on me.
Next, your guys' ally, the TMS Odyssey. And the Odyssey is going to move forward.
Wow,
just enough that it can get range. And it's going to shoot Fengrayer with its laser cannon. But that laser cannon does no damage to Fengrayer.
Oh. Why?
Seeing that it doesn't do any damage to Fengrayer, they're going to make their next shot with the laser cannon at the Eclipse Whorl, the next nearest ship. Oh wait, no, the Duskmire Shatterer. Or the Duskmire Skitter. That's the next nearest ship. They're going to shoot this guy.
Okay.
See, I can't even cast these spells. Well, I can, but...
You can...
Well, he has them organized by class.
I know, I'm Bard and...
not by level.
I'm Bard and Warlock.
I'm Paladin Rogue as well, so it's... Yeah, dude.
These don't help me out. These don't help us out a whole lot.
I mean...
I meant mine.
Mine either.
And they get shots with their normal cannons. So that's one hit, a crit.
No crit for you.
And a second hit. The crit is triple damage, which probably won't take them out, but... Oh, wait, you know what? No, it could outright destroy them, because it's triple damage on a siege weapon. Oh, wait, no, fuck, this is a fucking normal cannon. Shit. Okay, so it probably won't take them out, but still. game. Come on. That sucks. Triple on a 19? That sucks. They rolled damn near minimum. That's 57 points of damage to the Skitter. And then this is the rest of the damage doubled. Come on, game. So it's 80 doubled to 160.
Whoa.
They are looking like they're almost destroyed. And then you watch a bolt of magic fly from the TMS Odyssey to the Skitter as they attempt to System Shock.
1 or 2.
They're shocking the system.
So Spelljammer has to make a Charisma save, which they succeed on. And they take 4d10 damage. That doesn't quite kill them. Then it's the Ashen Tide's turn. The Ashen Tide is just gonna sit right beside the Odyssey and take its 2 shots to attempt and destroy the Skitter and knock one of your enemies off the board. I'm just gonna call that a very dead enemy. It's a crit and a hit. So back to the top of the round. It's Fangrayer again.
Did this guy or this guy go?
Oh,
Ashen Tide. Or
Tide did.
What
The
Tide do?
Whirl and the Skitter went. Who did I skip? The Gem Razor. That's who I skipped. Where I didn't write them down. Okay, Gem Razor gets 3 shots, 1 with each of its cannons.
All right, let's see it.
And they're just going to focus fire on Fangrayer. And they just have 3 mundane cannons. By the way, this is another brick boot ship. That is 2 misses. Oh fuck, they've got to roll these at disadvantage. Hold up. Because this could get worse. So that's 1 miss. 2 miss. Brace misses. They miss all out.
Excellent.
That sucks.
Okay, now top of the round, it's back to Fangrayer. Fangrayer's just going to continue dashing in a straight line. And you watch as he recovers a little bit of the damage, but not all that much. And then it's back to you guys in the open room.
I cast Unerring Bolt again. Dread, light his ass up.
Here they go, blasting again. I pull the
Alright.
trigger. I pull the trigger.
Do you want to roll the dice this time?
No. Honestly, I only have 2d10s out, so it's much better this way.
This is probably true.
What'd you get for me?
45
45.
damage.
45. I'ma do it again.
All right, now Amalia, you're gonna heal the ship.
Absolutely. I've got
Okay,
proficiency
So I have to
with my
roll
tinker
this attack,
tools.
right?
so yeah, you'll have
Yep.
to roll this one.
And it has
Yeah, and a disadvantage because he got blurred.
plus what?
13.
13.
Jesus Christ. Plus 7 makes it a 20.
A 20 actually hits?
Nice. Nice. Okay.
You can roll it again.
Yeah.
Big money, big money, big money. 30.
38.
So we did like 73 damage this turn.
All right, Wingdings. You know what to do.
All I know is to shoot more. And yes, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to shoot more. I got a +8 to hit. I'm going to shoot them. I'm going to give them a good shoot.
Boom.
Nat 18 definitely hits, and it was 3d10, correct?
Wait, did
3d10
you?
plus 5.
Unfortunately, I have to say this. Was it at disadvantage?
Oh, fuck. One more. Oop.
You can do it.
Okay, so a nat 18.
And that 18 hits?
Because the
Okay.
second one was a nat 20, unfortunately.
Sad.
Oh.
So it was 3d10, correct? Plus 5?
Yes.
It was 3d10.
Plus 5.
29.
Ooh.
So just kaboom. Oh, I never got to ask. Whoop. Did it look like it actually got hurt by my shot last time?
Yes.
Okay. Sure.
This weapon deals force damage.
I got you.
All right, Delembo. Make it hurt.
Let him have it. You. Damn it. There's a 5 plus 8.
Well,
That is a
Okay.
mess.
That is certainly a miss.
and then I'm gonna have us just move like right here. Get right in front of this bitch.
We're in danger.
Get behind the snake bite. All right. Is that our action economy? That's. Oh, Amalia.
Amalia has not done her healing.
Or healing.
Yeah, and I've got proficiency with tinker tools and mending, so it's 3d8 plus my proficiency bonus, which is
Yep.
plus 7.
Oh, you got your action too.
17 plus 7. That's 24 points of healing
Oh, nice.
for the sheep.
You're
Yeah,
up
that's
to
right.
291.
Steve, what is it? I forgot. What is it you want to do on your action? You can actually do a rifling shot if you want. You got a
I was
spell?
just gonna heal. Yeah, I was just gonna heal the ship.
Oh, I was thinking maybe hit Finir with a psychic lance.
Is he that close enough?
With a rifling shot, you can do it.
Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it.
Spell
do
rifling's
it.
concentration, so that means they can keep doing it. Who used spell rifling?
I don't have spell rifling in my den.
Oh wait. I thought everyone got that. Sorry.
No, that's
Yeah, it's warlock or bard.
yeah.
Never mind.
So that's something you could do.
Yeah.
That is.
It's 1 minute concentration, and basically what it does is it extends the range of any spells you would cast by the range of the weapon. So instead of Fireball having a 150-foot range, it has a 1,200-foot range. And then it uses any ammunition that weapon would use as normal. And if the spell does damage, you add the damage of the weapon to that damage roll.
I use a hypnotic pattern on that.
Yes, you could do that. It just won't do damage.
Right.
Oh, heal the ship for 12 HP.
Steven, do you have fabricate?
I do not. I took
Okay.
lance.
Okay.
You get 2 spells as a wizard.
I took fabricate and lance.
So fabricate does an additional, what was it, 5?
It's 5d8 plus
5d8. Was 5d8, yeah. So that will heal the ship extra.
It like catches its 10-minute cast time. 100.
Yeah, fabricate can restore 5d8 plus 5 times the caster's proficiency bonus.
But it does have a 10-minute casting time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like we're not going to keep getting shot at. Like,
I'll just cast Mending on it.
and
now.
I do not have fabricate. I have mending, but I don't have access to fabricate, which is why I was asking.
Could I cast
I mean, Steven, you guys
polymorph
have
on a gunner?
You have access to Force Jam, Steven. You could try and disable somebody's guns.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me see real quick.
I'm just saying, there are more options than heal or use gun.
12,000 feet.
Yes.
What happens if I use polymorph on it? Can I target one of the crew members with polymorph?
Yes. Just
What is
yes.
What is the challenge rating of an orca whale?
Yes. I can't tell if Caleb is
Challenge rating
up or if
3.
he's angry.
Challenge rating 3.
Okay. What's the challenge rating of the average gunner?
I hate to say this. Also challenge rating 3.
Okay, I'm
Sounds
sure
like
this will
some
not come
bullshit.
up at all. Don't worry.
Especially since spell rifling is an action, so you definitely wouldn't use that this turn, and the next turn use polymorph, and just hold concentration on polymorph instead.
I mean, once this dragon goes down, my options are open.
I guess, yeah, let's try Force Jam.
Okay, what ship do you want to target? You've got range on everybody here, basically.
The one that looks like, oh no, I don't want that shit near me. Ship.
The Iron Arachnid has 5 shots.
Yeah, that one. Perfect. I knew
Okay.
it.
What's your spell save DC?
Iron
It's
Arachnid.
16.
So they have to make a charisma save. This pilot's also already been hit. They get a 21.
They're dicks.
I love the idea of like a spelljammer making a charisma save. Like, how do you
3d10
buff that
half.
up?
So you deal 3d10 psychic.
Okay, give me a second.
This ship's already been hit too, so there's a non-zero chance. 18 halved to 9.
Yep.
You make a note here. So they're not quite dead yet, but that was a good attempt. So the pilot's the one who has to make the save. If they fail to save, weapon systems on the ship are disabled.
Okay.
We will have a long rest doing this, right?
So yes, technically you guys are going to get the long rest. This is a simulation. You're not actually using any resources or spells.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
You're telling Crow
We're
what
playing
you're going to
D&D.
use. Yes, you're playing D&D in D&D. You're telling her what she's going to use.
I got it.
She simulates it, and then it happens.
Alright, cool. And Lorena's also tripping balls.
This, by the way, this is also something that Ron's character can do because he has major image. So he can make simulations like this. If he has enough information, that is. So it's the Arachnid's turn next. But they're down 2 guns. One of those guns was their arcane cannon.
Haha.
Wow, wow.
So, they have to make a check to try and repair it, but they only get a +2 to this because for some reason I designed these gunners terribly.
Mhm.
And they fail that check. And then they're gonna make 3 cannon shots with their mundane cannons. We're gonna say at the snake bite. Because the snake bite's closest.
Not the bite snake.
Not Lucius's ship.
That's 1 miss, 2 hits.
This hurts me. This hurts me, bro.
I wouldn't doubt it all of a sudden Lucius is like, but they have a special power so they ignore 1 hit altogether.
No. She's a blade singer.
The
She take
Bulwark of Fate,
You take it to the face.
is that a reaction or is that something I would have to do beforehand to prepare?
Beforehand.
Okay, noted.
And it's, you get a number of hit points equal to 5 times the spell used. And it's temporary hit points for the jammer.
Okay,
Or for
that
the
makes
ship.
sense. That makes sense.
So they take 67, dropping them to 433. Snakebite does not like that. Does not like that one bit. But you guys are going to get to see what Snakebite does. The Snakebite is an up close. That's the Arachnid's turn. They can attempt to heal.
They fail.
Oh, wait, no, they can't attempt to heal because they tried to repair a gun.
Got him.
Okay. Next up, it's the Snakebite, and the Snakebite's just gonna charge into Fengrair. Just prowl first into this dragon as it just splits him down the middle. Let me roll damage, just because I know it's going to kill him. The chances of it not killing him
Are?
very low.
Okay.
The chances of it not killing him are very low because it does 16 d10 slashing. So it does that.
Oh,
And just slices Fengrair in half. And it's going to take 4 shots with its arcane cannons. 2 at the Arachnid and 2 at the Eclipse.
Yep, boy. And that's Lucius. She don't play around.
Oh no! It misses both, and one of the arcanic cannons explodes.
See, there's Lucius messing around. That was something Lucius would do. Going half-ass.
Just as a joke.
Yeah, I want to delete that character now. Eat it away.
Oh, no,
Snakebite
Lucius
not looking
reversed.
so great. Snakebite's not looking so great. And then at the Eclipse, please don't crit fail.
Ah, crit fail.
Another crit fail. Oof.
I'm having a great night. It
Nice.
got one hit though.
Get them all now.
We just-
Get them all out now, and continue this
Yeah.
train when the real fight happens.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we need this to happen for the real game, though.
This is a very strange
No,
simulator.
Snakebite is our ship.
Yeah,
We
no,
don't
it's
want
the other
these
way
that ones.
around. He's
Oh,
hitting us
fuck.
with his
Come on.
enemies, and we're missing
But
with
Snakebite
our
sounds
guys.
like an
Shut up,
enemy.
bitch!
Well, Yanti
sounds like a friend to
Lucius
me.
is the one that's the owner of it, so
That makes
it's a
way
snake
more
wolf.
sense. That makes way more sense.
To snap your head off.
Yeah. 2 of these weapons explode and have a massive malfunction.
Son
On
of a
Snakebite.
bitch!
But the Snakebite used all of its movement getting here. So it's kind of just stuck in the water, and the water's getting pretty hot. After that, it is the Swan, which is still invisible. The Swan's gonna move to reinforce. And it's also gonna shoot at the Arachnid. Oh, wait. Does the Swan recharge the Arcane Annihilator? I gotta look. This one does not recharge automatically. It has to roll a d6. It does not get back its Arcane Annihilator. So it's just going to take 4 shots at the Arachnid, trying to just rip it apart. Okay, so 2 of these are hits. 3 of these are hits. 1 of them is a miss.
Caleb, I have a question.
Yes.
So, in the rules that you sent over for Spelljammer stuff, it said that area of effect spells, instead of centering on self, it would center on the Spelljammer.
Yes.
So if I cast Aura of Vitality, would that heal a nearby ship?
No. So what I mean by that is when you cast an area of effect, it's rooted in reference to the ship, not just general. So, like, if you cast a wall of force on a ship, it sticks to the ship. If you cast Aura of Vitality, it sticks to the ship. Does that make sense?
Doesn't. Because Aura of Vitality heals me and one other person within that area.
Except for constructs and the undead.
Is that what it says, Kelly? Is that what it says?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe.
Is a ship a construct?
You know what? It actually doesn't say that. So there. It fucking doesn't. So there.
Then you right and Caleb's wrong. There, we ended it.
But also, like, you heal ships not with healing spells, but with, like, with mending and fabricate.
You can
So-
use a bonus action to cause 1 creature in the aura, including you, to regain 2d6 hit points.
Mhm.
Ships are not creatures.
But what if they were? Okay.
Let me rephrase this. These ships are not creatures.
Okay. Fair enough.
There are living ships, and that would affect a living ship.
Okay. Horrifying, but helpful. Thank you.
Totally cool. Yeah, that's rad.
Yeah.
You watch as the Black Swan rips into the Iron Arachnid, reducing it to the bloodied condition. It's not looking great. After the Swan, it would be the Duskmire, but the Duskmire's gone. After the Duskmire, it's the Eclipse. The Eclipse is going to move in to try and kill the Snakebite.
No.
That's racist.
Who dares?
Oh, fuck. It doesn't have its arcane cannon.
I'm right, it doesn't.
No arcane cannon. Oh, you.
Arcane.
Well, so that's a hit,
Arc cannon.
but also a hit on themselves as they blow up one of their few remaining cannons.
Okay.
So I'm just going to deal this damage to them both. Just for the sake of expediency.
Oof.
After the Eclipse, it's the TMS Odyssey. The Odyssey is going to move just a few more squares forward. Just trying to move a little closer to get in range of the Snakebite if it needs to. And it's going to use its laser cannon. Oh, you guys didn't issue any new orders. So it's just going to keep going after the next enemy nearest to it. The Eclipse. They're going to use an unerring bolt. And you know what? They're also going to use... Okay, so they're going to use an unerring bolt on the laser cannon. And they're going to use a bulwark at the 5th level. So 6d10 siege damage. The Eclipse looks like it's tattered down. It's looking pretty shit. After the Odyssey, it is the Ashen Tide. Yeah, they're just gonna sit right where they're at. They're from the Five Fingers, so they're kind of cowards. And they're just gonna do their 2 shots. That's a miss and a hit.
As far as issuing orders goes, like, do I have to do that on my turn?
You'd have to do that on your ship's turn.
Okay.
It's just ascending. And then they'll forward that sending to everybody else.
But if I do that, I can't then also cast a unerring bolt or anything like that.
Nope.
Gotcha.
It's a
Okay.
decision.
It's the strategic decision. I dig it. I'm not complaining at all. I'm just understanding the confines of my resources.
After the tide, it is the Sunglade's turn, and the Sunglade is going to go in for the kill on the Snakebite. The Sunglade's got all its guns, too. So, unerring bolt. They're going to guarantee the hit with their arcane cannon.
Those bitches.
They are bitches.
39 doubled to 74? 78. Sorry.
You should be sorry.
I told you guys you should.
The Snakebite's not looking like it's doing very well. It looks like it can't take too much more of this beating as they open up with their cannon attacks. But they've got to roll these normally.
Well, how much you pay Caleb to do this to my precious ship?
He didn't. I did this of my own accord.
He did it for free.
Okay. Yeah.
I did this shit for free, Steven.
Yeah.
I just want you to know it's Lucius destroying her own ship mercilessly, too, by the way.
In theory.
Game.
Go home.
After the Sunglade, it's the Hurricane Thorn. They get 2 attacks. They're going to boost.
Boost.
You know what? Fuck it. They're gonna attempt a Force Jam as their only spell. They're gonna try and Force Jam you guys.
Yet.
Well, luckily, none of you guys are the pilot. So none of you guys are going to be taking this damage. But also, your current pilot doesn't have any additions to... but he passes. God damn it. But he does take 3d10 psychic.
This fireball to have in his face made him rethink his choices.
You're talking about our own pilot, right?
I don't give a damn. Threats, some motivation.
You better not fail us, otherwise we'll kill you. Fail us, we're dead, and you're dead.
Motivator, yeah.
Look, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna make sure I kill you first.
Yeah. I swear to God, if we die, I'll fucking kill you.
And then they only get 1 cannon shot. Which they're gonna shoot at the swan. Oh wait, no, the swan's invisible. Oh, and they miss anyway. That's fine. Then it's the Gem Razor's turn. The Gem Razor, also good in melee, is gonna try and fly a little closer to the sun. And try and take on the Hurricane Thorn with its 2 shots. Or 3 shots, rather. He gets 3.
Don't be a hero, Icarus. Come back.
Holy shit, it gets 1 miss, but a pair of crits.
No, wait, is that good or bad for like?
That's good. That's good.
I'm mad as fuck. I'm mad as fuck.
That's how you know it's good.
It's just a simulation, Caleb.
Mm-hmm.
We're not spending any resources.
This totally can't happen again, right? Right? Right?
So it's quad damage.
That's a good one.
So that's 128 damage to the Hurricane Thorn.
Is that on one or two shot? One of two or the crits?
No, that's both crits.
Okay.
After the Gem Razor, it is the Golden Whirl's turn. The Whirl is going to try and seal the deal. Wait. Yeah, it's going to try and seal the deal and kill the snake bite. It's just going to guarantee one hit. For 33, and then it has to roll the other. But misses with one, but guarantees the hit. The snake bite is doing very poorly. It looks like the snake bite might need to start trying to retreat. Top of the round. It's back to you guys and the LT Barone.
I say we fire at the eclipse. Finish that shit off.
Fire through the snake bite. Is the next.
Yeah. Move up a little bit to like right here.
So you want me
Show
to, you know, like pull the thing?
You know what?
Hold it up.
I want you to try and roll both these on your own.
Okay. Just don't watch me while I do it. I get nervous. It's a plus 13, correct?
Why do you
Yes,
make
plus
something
13.
so
With
basic?
disadvantage?
You need a
No,
no disadvantage.
anymore.
Just regular rolls.
All right.
Fangarayer's dead.
1, 2, 3. That's a 13. Plus 13 is a 26.
That's a 26. That's a hit.
All right, we're just going to roll the second one. That's a nat 20. Oh, can you see that? It rolled the 13 into a 20 as well.
If you rolled them at the same time, you would have had 2 nat 20s.
That would have been 2 nat 20s. Don't watch me, I'm nervous. And I shoot the first one, I'm just like, God damn, shooting this thing feels good.
Wow,
What is
I
the
have
part
like a
that-
Steam overlay. I can't see how much damage that rolled.
Like, you know that moment in Star Wars where like the
56.
scope lines up and it's just like
Alright, so that's the first roll.
Hell yeah.
Wait, does it get a crit card?
Okay, so for the crit, I'm mad.
Or
Why do you guys
quadruple?
always get the good crits? Triple damage on this one.
Hey,
This is going to be a kill, but let's see how big of a kill you guys get here.
So almost be 147 damage.
big kills, no whammies.
Jesus
On top.
Christ.
Big kill, no whammy. No more Eclipse World.
Nice.
Alright, and then
Guys, I don't see the
I
problem.
say Wingdings and Glumbo, take down the fucking Hurricane Thorn.
Hell yeah.
Alright. Oh, right. This isn't a disadvantage anymore. Yay.
Nope.
Oh, that was so close to a 20. 19 plus 8.
Guys, I don't get it. What was so
Dude,
difficult
dude.
about that?
Just the dragon.
Yeah, it's just dragon. You wouldn't know.
Dragon's
You would know.
Dance.
Is it 19 plus 8? Yeah. 20, 22, 23, 4, 5, 6, 27. So 6. No, wait. 4d10. 4d10.
Hello.
Hello?
Ahoy hoy.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey guys.
Hey, how's it going, mate?
Chilling.
We're playing Space Invaders Simulator.
We're playing D&D while we're playing D&D.
12.
Mm.
Wait, are we playing Baldur's Gate while we play D&D? Is that a
18.
thing we're doing now?
No, so They're running a simulation of space combat in the Spelljammer campaign.
So Delumbo hit him for 26 bludgeoning damage.
26 bludgeoning.
Bludgeoning, yeah. Bludgeoning.
Wingdings.
Get me. Get time.
Let him rip.
I'm a let her rip. Will a... Oh, god damn it.
Uh-oh.
So, that was a natural one.
You done it
Okay,
now.
roll damage and you deal damage to the ship.
Wait, no, I could use my. Wait, can I? No, I can.
wait.
Can I use my? Damn, where's my diary?
Oh. Wait, no, never mind.
Wait, can he do unnatural or not with the
Can I
halfling
use
thing?
my 17? Can I switch out the
Oh.
nat 1 with my 17?
Wait. Yeah.
I'm trying to find you on board.
Technically you wouldn't be able to because you gotta call it before it's rolled.
Okay, cool. Never mind then.
Mm-hmm.
And now, how
Oh,
about my
dang.
lucky feet? No, that only
I
works
keep-
on me.
I keep forgetting my dreadful strengths.
Wait,
That's
Molly is not
really
even on
cool.
here. Or why can't I
Where's
think of your name
Ellarina?
now? Ellarina, that's it, yeah. Is she on the jammer?
Oh.
It should be on
No.
the jammer.
Alright, so damage roll.
Yeah, it's
Unfortunate.
mutiny. I get kicked out of the ship already.
It's a mutant.
Hold on, I've got it.
Ugh.
I know where I'm gonna be when the battle starts. Not on the ship.
27. Oh,
27 damage or 27 to hit?
27 damage. Oh, wait. I gotta roll the attack again?
When I rolled in that one.
So for rolling the attack again, then... God damn it! So, a nat 19, so 27 to hit, and if we're just gonna keep the damage from before, 27 damage.
Hold on, where's Wingdings? There we go. I don't have permission to scale down. I feel violated. Like I don't belong here.
Jeez.
Hmm.
But yeah, okay. 27 on the first hit. Oh, you only get one hit because you're a peasant. That's right.
I do want to make sure that I get a chance to cast shield on the ship.
Bulwark.
Yes, please.
Okay, that is. Oh, you guys only have 4th level spells, so that's just a flat 20 shielding HP.
Wait, sorry. What do you mean a flat 20? It says 15 temporary hit points. And restore a number of hit points to the whole equal to the amount lost.
Does it say 15 flat? Wait.
It says the Spelljammer gains 15 temporary hit points that last for the duration of the spell, which is 10 minutes.
5 times the spell level and just 3rd level minimum, maybe?
It says 3rd level abjuration, yes.
Yeah. That's because it's... If you cast it at 4th level... then
Oh,
it'll
I
be
thought it was
20
4th
points.
level.
I can upcast it.
Yeah. And it gains.
Yes.
Yeah. It gains 5 times the level of the spell slot.
Excellent. Yeah, perfect. Then that takes care of it then. I'll just upcast it. Good God. I'll just upcast it.
Yes.
4th level. Good God.
Got that Midwestern showing up.
Ye fucking ha. So that way it's a flat 20. Then it says at the end of the duration, if any temporary hit points remain, restore a number of hit points to the whole equal to the amount lost.
That is correct.
Hmm.
So if you guys
Yeah,
don't get
mhm.
hit, You heal. You heal whatever's left over.
Fab.
But yeah.
To force jam the sunglaive.
Yeah.
Okay. 16.
Yes, sir.
All 3 of the Sunglade's weapons are disabled.
Yay.
Nice.
And I think that's a concentration spell. Hold up. Is it for?
No, it's not.
Nope. It's duration 1 minute.
It's just they have to either use their action to try and bring the weapons back online, or eat shit. Roll damage, by the way.
So
Eat
damage.
shit, but roll damage.
Oh, 3d10 psychic.
Well, don't you want to know how hard you make him eat shit? Like,
Eat shit, bud.
Yeah, hold up.
eat shit, bud. Get fucked, bud. Get the fuck out of here.
Get the
14.
fuck out of here.
Fucking oser.
Okay. This Spelljammer hasn't taken any damage from you guys yet. I think the only one who hasn't taken any actions is Captain Colin Mustard.
Correct.
So sniper man, come on, you have this in you.
So my dilemma is like, okay, I mean I can't, if I'm gonna spell rifle. Wait, can I actually take a shot myself?
Yeah.
With the arcane cannon thing?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh well shit. I'm just gonna cast spell rifling so as the concentration to get a spell ready, but before then take an actual shot myself.
Alright.
Because I can't cast 2 spells at the same time. Alright, plus 13 on the Hurricane Thorn.
You're probably gonna kill it. Because siege weapon.
How bad would a nat 1 suck right now? Theoretically.
Pretty bad. That would be pretty bad. Because that would bring you guys down to 1 gun.
Yeah, just
Wait a second. Hold on. I'm gonna use my heroic inspiration. Okay, so 14 plus 13.
That is definitely a hit. That's
Alright.
60-10 siege damage. How would you like to do this?
There we go.
Watch a hole punch through it, kind of like the scene went in. I think it's what sci-fi movie? I think it's Star Wars when the one thing jumps to light speed and
Yes.
Yeah.
You pull a hold-o maneuver on these guys.
Oh, that one Star Wars movie that everyone loves.
Yeah, nobody hates that Star Wars movie.
I don't know. Most of
Yeah,
it.
not even heard of it.
I wouldn't hate it as bad if they just followed through with the third one, but you know.
I
At
feel
the
like
end of
they
your
could've
guys'
followed
turn,
through
it's the
first one.
arachnid's turn. And they have to use their actions to try and repair their guns.
Palpatine came back.
How can we save the franchise? Yeah, fan service.
He was just
Reuse, reduce, recycle.
yeah. Look, if
First
they
we'll
brought
make
it back
everybody
as
hate
just
us,
like
then
an
we'll make
angry
everybody
Sith
hate
Force
us.
ghost that was just so pissed
They're
off
gonna
that
try to
he
blow up
would
the
die,
snake bite.
it would have been fine. I would have been like, that makes sense for Palpatine. He wouldn't let that shit die, even though he blew up in a Death Star generator. He'd come back to haunt the shit out of people.
So, as a small side note to this, my boss came into my office today and yelled at me because I haven't watched Star Wars Rebels or the Ahsoka series yet.
Okay. Why do you want to
Why
watch
would you
Rebels?
want
It's not
to?
that good.
He said that it was on par, if not slightly better than the Star Wars Clone Wars series.
No.
That is
See,
heresy.
I will fight somebody.
That's an intense accusation.
Like,
Star Wars
nothing
Rebels
Disney
is-
Star Wars is
Yeah.
anywhere near as
Yeah.
good as Rebels.
It's like at Star Wars Rebels, you only have to watch like the second last season for like 3 episodes where Obi-Wan's in it, and the ending with Darth Maul and Darth Vader and Ahsoka
Mhm.
one, and then you don't have to watch
Clone
the
Wars
rest
is
of it.
great.
Yeah, that's what Lucasfilm's
Okay.
like. We're actually going to make just do what you want to do. And like, okay, this is Vietnam in a dark world, and it's and the Jedi's literally sending his own soldiers to die because he hates clones and he doesn't care about. And he's actually turned to the dark side, so he's actually forcing them to fight each other. He's making horrible decisions. You're like, whoa, this is awesome.
The snake bite is gonna fall back and do some repairs. Ooh. And the snake bite, even after these repairs, not looking so good.
The snake bite did not like this action.
The swan. Does not get its Arcane Annihilator back. Shit. The swan's gonna light up the golden whirl and try and knock it off board. So 4 arcane cannon shots. So that's a miss, a crit, and a hit, and a hit.
Hmm.
So the 2 normal hits. Maximum damage and damage race again. 170 damage.
Hmm.
Where's off again?
That's a lot.
That's a lot of damage.
So 50 plus this double.
He just left with damage.
The golden world doesn't even get a turn this round. It's just down. As you guys are beginning to press the advantage, Crow makes a pause here and goes, okay, I'm going to call it. I think you guys have this one.
Hooray!
Yay, us.
I
Yeah.
think we held our own at least with these ones.
Yes, that it appears you definitely did.
Wingdings
Now.
would be like, even with my cocked dice, we still got it.
I shot one thing.
What have you guys learned from this?
Don't bet when you can shoot.
Come up with better orders before we get started.
Is that all?
Read. Learn to read all the words.
Don't rely on weird snake women to do your job.
Lucius
God.
looks absolutely livid.
Cannon. Good.
No.
Crow rewinds through the rounds. And he's like, the first thing you should notice is 1, never close in for melee when you're surrounded. The snakebite made a critical error here. One,
Oh,
that
right.
Lucius is far too familiar with having the advantage on. She's used to being closer to her enemies right out the gate. If there's debris, use debris to hide to get into melee. If you can teleport aboard, teleport aboard. That's where Lucius excels. In the upcoming battle, boarding actions are going to be a big goal to get a hold of. After all, your opponents can't use their ship-bound weapons to shoot your allies if everybody on board is dead.
Fair enough.
The second mistake.
But wait, question on that mistake. So, how we need people obviously to run our own guns on our ship, though. So how do we know how many people to sacrifice from keeping this ship safe to go onto other ships to destroy?
Well, for boarding parties, you generally want to have between 5 and 10 people. And you want to leave at least 2 people on each of your weapons so they can be loaded if they need a loading action, or so that you can trade off between shooters, between rounds. There was one other critical error you guys had made. Not issuing orders. You could have had everybody focus firing on the same target over and over. That is a good position to take. You could have used the Swan and the Snakebite to body block shots to get the other ships closer for a boarding action, instantly taking ships.
Write that down. Write that down.
Now, this being in mind, I'm sure we could run these simulations all night. But I think I've given you a little bit to think about. So, Mr. Commander, what do you think your strategy for tomorrow is going to be if all 20 of the ships are much closer than that?
Well, something very similar to what we pulled off here. I do take into consideration what you're pointing out, the flaws, and yes, we're not going to be the lone wolf pointing out into the distance in front of everyone, much like Lucius. Thank you for the example there, and I just look at her with a head nod. But it is a matter of boarding is fine and dandy, but that is a delicate balance. We have to get close. We don't also want to be the only ones out front. So it's kind of a shoot them till you see the whites of their eyes, and then you actually board. The one issue is it does come down to also a balance of strategy versus additional damage. I could take the shot, spend my turn aiming, or I could spend my turn telling everyone else what to do, but seemingly they held their own in a way. Maybe telling everyone to remain in the line might be a good idea on my turn, but still, it goes back to the idea of I feel my resources were spent making some of those critical hits actually hit. I mean, the first few rounds alone, Dread put enough damage into that dragon to really prevent him from advancing too fast.
It put in a lot of work. You're right.
But no plan survives enemy contact, so taking in what you said and potentially issuing more orders or getting close enough to do the boarding action will definitely be something I need to consider. But time and place. Situation is always of the moment. I'm only but one person.
For now.
What can we anticipate would be the I guess the priorities of the dragon and the priorities of the prince? Are they going to intentionally get civilians involved to distract us? Or are they just going to focus on eliminating the threat that's ahead of them?
That's a difficult call for me to make. I think that's one for your Serafina. And Serafina nods and she says, well, if I know anything of my brother, he's going to use every ends to his means. And he'll probably attack civilian structures. Send in ground-based Marines where he can. Get people to abandon the fight by any means, even if that means them going down and attacking civilian targets.
That's unfortunate, but it also goes to point out as to how unfavorable any additional rain that he will have. We need to kind of use that to our advantage if he does it. It's not something we can really take lightly. The loss of civilians is a tragic loss. But if he was to pull such tactics, that would just point out that he needs to be stopped, and it would just further increase the support against him.
So, what would need to happen in order for us to try to relocate as many of the civilians as possible from the nearby battle area? Because they set up projectors on the previous planet that we were on. They set up projectors to make it look like there wasn't a base. Would there be any way we could set up projectors to make it look like there were people there when the people had already left? So that way, or even set up projectors to make it look like we had a big fancy weapon down there, so that way they would be distracted and go down there so we could hit them from the side?
Well, as I've just shown you, I'm more than capable of making illusions. These illusions can be made permanent and animated, even advancedly. And she makes this illusion change shape into a duplication of you guys in the meeting talking around this table.
And me sleeping.
Is that something you have to hold concentration on, though? I don't want to hold up one person to make something like this, though.
No, not really. I'm concentrating on this one, but...
Okay. I mean, that's a Blazing Saddles sort of tactic.
No good.
There's also the tactic that you could always aim for a decapitation strike. If you can figure out which ship is the prince's ship. Strike the head. The body follows fairly shortly thereafter.
I don't know. I've come across some monsters where you could take their head off and they'd still be walking around.
Is there a way to determine? She turns towards Seraphina. Is there a way that you know of that would be typical for him to set up his ships to where you would know which one he's in? Like, he would be the one at the front, but he would have like two sort of protector ships next to him, or he would be the one in the back letting other people go ahead, or he would be the one furthest away from the dragon to cover all bases. Or do you have any hints into something like that based on your previous interactions with him?
Actually, I know which ship my brother took for Warfleets. I don't know if that one will be the one that he's in charge of now. If he's loosed some of our night spiders, well, he could be aboard one of them. It would make more sense.
Because they're fast and powerful.
No, night spiders are very much not fast, but they have a lot of firepower.
Okay.
But
and there's 3 of those.
Yes, there should be at least 3. But my brother's Starmoth was the Starlash Vespid. But I think he always had a thing for my father's ship, the Scarlet Spider.
Okay.
And she turns to Crow and she says, also, I think you simulated those ships somewhat less powerful than I remember my ships being. We don't use mundane cannons. All of our ships use arcane cannons.
Oh.
Eh.
At least one.
Well, shit.
We do have smaller magic guns, but not a single of our ship run mundane weapons. Crow kind of furrows her brow and goes, well then, my intel is sorely lacking.
I think it's time that you two should have a nice long discussion about each other's abilities at this moment. At least military capabilities. Wouldn't you say?
Well, the capabilities of the Swan are pretty well known to you guys. And I displayed them here a little better. But as far as the snake bite goes, she turns to Lucius, and Lucius nods. The snake bite has a prow weapon, but it's also capable of dispensing bombs and bombing. Typically, the strategy is to get in close, do a bomb strike, or a prow sword strike, and leave bombs behind in its wake to explode and detonate the ship afterwards.
I was more or less referring to having Serafina talk to you about what her ships may be capable of, considering if you were caught off guard about the arcane cannons, there's probably plenty of things she can enlighten you on.
And Serafina looks at you and goes, well, you're our commander.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Tell her. Let her know anything that she's lacking, and that's what I'm asking you two to communicate. Please. Bro, you have a certain amount of intel that you think that's the case regarding this. Serafina.
Only what you've shared with me so far. I knew the number of ships. Serafina was so kind as to give me their names. I guess. Tell me how they're equipped and we can rerun the simulation if you'd like.
I just ask Serafina to disclose as much information to her Crow as possible.
So, Serafina lets everybody here in the room know. She lets you know that most of their ships run at least one arcane cannon. And if they can't afford to equip more arcane cannons, magic cannons after that. Basically, the same standard cannon that was shooting at you, but instead of bludgeoning, it's force damage.
Mm-hmm.
She also lets you guys know that most of their ships run some form of booster, either a regular booster or an arcane booster that can be used more rapidly.
Okay.
Ooh.
Well, I mean, we did sign up for not running away.
Mm-hmm.
Crow's kind of rubbing her chin and she goes, it's a shame there's a war down on the surface. Feel like we could probably use the Arcadia in this fight.
The what?
The Arcadia. The Arcadia is a super dreadnought. It's not the biggest ship the Titans have, but it's certainly the most powerful.
So you just have one of those lying around and we're not going to use it.
It's in being used.
Unfortunately, it's being used down on the surface.
Couldn't we, because of the whole fight with the druid people? Is that what it's being used against?
No. It's down on the surface of the planet, Violne. It's more or less being used to suborbitally bombard the Gronlians. Essentially, it stays just out of reach of their guns and makes a very clear line in the sand. We don't move it so much as we rotate personnel in and out of it.
Is there any way, not to like stick my fingers into another diplomatic mess, but isn't there any way we could say, hey, we're going to put a parlay on this for just like a little bit because there are bigger problems that we're facing currently that if they are not addressed will come raining down on top of them and then nobody gets to live?
The Emperor's not as concerned about Reef affairs at the moment.
It will directly affect him, though. We were literally just 2 minutes ago talking about how likely it is that he's going to get civilians involved in order to just distract us because he's a piece of shit. Like...
Yes, but he'd have to fly down and out of your way by about 2 hours to get back to the surface of the planet.
Two hours is not very much time. Because if they blow through us, they're going to them next. That's a pit stop for them.
They're gonna have to lick their wounds for quite a little bit.
Okay.
Rearm, repair. I've already had this conversation with the diplomats, if you can call them that, down on the planet side. They're not concerned enough.
I'm all for protecting the innocent, but this guy does not feel he is not representing the best needs of his people right now. That's very frustrating to me. As this seems to be a recurring theme.
Listen,
Such is the whims of the nobility.
I'm going to win the nobility right across the face if they're not careful.
You know, all this bickering, as long as we keep Dread Zeppelin on that main cannon, and I snap all my fingers, we got nothing to worry about. And I spin in the chair, and I'm just like, nothing to worry about. Nothing.
So you snap all of your fingers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I just...
Imagine you like breaking all of your fingers.
and then I just like spin in the chair, just like nothing to worry about, and there's nothing to worry about, just blissful.
Yeah, everything's fine. You've convinced me. Well then, is there any other prep that we need to do? Any other conversations that we need to have with the other pilots before we get ready for this? Before we rest or get our shit together?
I think Crow can just go ahead and tell them all the other captains that I know what I'm talking about to follow my orders. You know, you've run the simulations and she's seen I got what it takes.
Bless.
Yeah. Does anybody have any of those, like, you know, those things that like improve your grip and stuff like that? When I pull the trigger, I just want to, you know, really get at it.
This man's never shot a gun in his life, has he?
And look how good I did.
Well, no, he probably hasn't. He's lived under a rock for most of his life, which is sad. He claims to be like 500 years old or something.
I am 500 years old. With you counting my birthdays?
Sure.
And I don't live under a rock. It's a stump.
Serafina leans a little closer and she says, "Well, if you don't mind risking my brother spying on us, I could always attempt to contact him."
I don't like it.
Spying.
It carries quite a significant risk,
No.
but if I were to use one of the transmission communication orbs, I could cast sending to my brother and directly challenge him. My brother's prideful to a fault.
No, we already know he's coming. Why go into why call the bear
Stroking out
on
again.
his cell phone during the night and pry the bear to get up, come on over, and fuck you up? Why?
Oh, it's a real bad.
Because then at least you know which cave the bear is in.
Really? That's what you want to
Precisely
know?
my point.
No, we already know where the bear is going. He's going to the river to fuck the fish up, okay? So, like, we already know where the lake is.
But we
Does the bear
don't
go where
know
the bear
which
goes?
ship he's in. We were just talking about the decapitation tactic. Destroying the
should do
ship that
that.
he's on.
Right.
We can
but
do
is
that.
everyone else
But I would
gonna
recommend to do that before
scatter
the
it?
actual fight, not the actual. Not during.
If he
now.
is so proud, if he is so like stuck in his like own vein, he will prevent him. He will like show himself during the fight. There will be something that he will do to
Or he'll stay
spring his own
behind,
ego.
send everyone else ahead. Like, is there a way we can figure out what formation they're coming in before they come, so we can figure out how to line up for
He's
them?
going to have pride.
She kind of makes a minor illusion, and it's kind of a wedge-shaped formation, a triangle of ships.
Yeah.
She goes, "This is traditionally." Hold on, I'm just going to. Come on.
Okay, so then, do you know an object on them? Is it possible that Crow here could use locate
This is
object?
traditionally how they would travel in format.
God damn, that's a lot. So,
And then in combat would split into different formations, letting the light attack ships protect the lesser ships.
could we use locate object if you know something specific that's on him?
That's a good idea.
That could work.
Yeah, that's better than going into the bear's caves and being like, "Hey, bear, you in there?"
It was simply an idea. If we were to challenge my brother
That
openly,
idea literally sounded like it came from me. It was so dumb.
I'm glad you're self-aware of your own shortcomings. But yes, I am aware of the spell Locate Object. I could attempt to find my brother's signet ring, and she holds up her hand, and she has a signet ring. We each have one of our own. Both are required for the
Okay.
processing of the owner of the Silver Star.
Okay, I got a new idea. Maybe you should call him now and find out if he still has that ring.
He almost certainly does.
I'm just kidding. It's a terrible idea.
If we were to find out what ring my brother has, if he does have this ring, and find out which ship he's on, would then we teleport aboard? Or try to make a boarding action and attack my brother? And Crow kind of chimes in, she goes, "Fuck it, we ball."
Well, I think that sounds actually like a really good idea. If we could pull that off, I mean, a little
Agreed.
tricky.
We will just lock them down one at a time.
Well, I know Lucius's plan was to teleport herself and 5 other Marines aboard the nearest Night Spider as soon as it's located, and then tear it apart from the inside. And then move on to the next ship in line, one after the other, until she can't teleport anymore.
Just the dilemma is our teleportating abilities is little limited.
Lacking.
Crow has a smile that could curdle milk here. As she kind of leans in closer and goes, I do owe you 1 spell. 8th level or lower.
Okay. Okay. Are you going to be on our ship during this fight?
Well, my ship's already patrolling. Teleporting aboard it would probably give it away. I was gonna hitch a ride with Lucius, but if you want me to ride with you, that's fine with me.
Please,
So-
ride with us.
You'll be willing to teleport along with us, or
I would have to.
okay. Well, that changes the plan altogether then. That's a variable I didn't account for. That sounds great. That will help out quite a bit. Yes.
I do have
We're
one
good aboard.
question, though.
Oh boy.
Once I get you aboard, do you want me to board other ships and try and take them down? Or do you want me to stick with you? Hang out? Deal with the prince?
What I've learned when it comes to these endeavors is to focus your efforts. The quicker you're able to remove a piece from the board, the quicker it is less likely to bite you in the ass later on.
Very well. I'll stick with you guys. From what Seraphina said, I doubt Fengrayer's going to be moving away from the prince too far.
Couldn't agree more. I'm assuming they're like best buds. 2 peas in a pod, you know. If one hears one scream, I'm sure the other one comes running.
Can I roll insight on this guy?
Sure.
Okay. That's a dirty 20.
You can tell that Crow is scheming here,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not clear what the scheme is. She could
Mm.
just ride along with you guys. But you guys have seen her take out star moths on her own. She doesn't really actually need to be with you to do this. That's what's suspicious. She needs to be with you to teleport you, but why would she stick around after that?
She's gonna kidnap me, I know it.
Hmm. I don't know if
Is there a specific question you had about Pro? Otherwise,
trying to figure out if either A, she's aligned somehow with the prince and or the dragon, or B, if she has an intention to fill some sort of power vacuum, or steal something from the prince that would allow her to bond with the dragon.
you
and the whole
definitely get
eating
the
it
feeling
thing
that
was
she's
some
not
bullshit.
aligned with the prince.
Okay.
If she was aligned with the prince, why wouldn't she know about the arcane cannon thing?
Yeah.
She also started off this simulation saying she couldn't tell you the exact layout of their ships, so boarding actions wouldn't be simulated. It'd just be
Yeah.
an instant takeover for whoever initiated.
Yeah.
So that, to your knowledge, would make her seem like she's telling the truth there. You can definitely tell she's scheming. She wants to be on the ship with you guys when you go to fight the prince.
Mm-hmm.
You're just not sure why.
Okay.
Oh shit. Okay, guys. Oh fuck no. I can't talk about this with her in the room. Shit. Can I out of character say this to the other players, or do I need to communicate this to them in character?
You should communicate this to them in character, but if you would like a suggestion from the DM...
Wow, you look like you're really sweating all of a sudden, Amalia.
Well, I have a theory.
I do too.
I don't think you're using that word correctly, Dread.
Why did you say it like that?
I'm just talking. I don't understand what happened.
That much is obvious. Anyway, a theory, Amalia.
Yeah, I think that
Is it Crow that you don't want to like have this overheard of in front of?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, Crow, my stomach hurts so bad. Can you show me where the washroom is?
Taking one of
I don't know where the washroom is here.
Okay. But you know everything. You're so smart and intelligent and
married.
Are you and what?
And married.
And I don't know if you're handsome or beautiful.
She absolutely is.
I didn't know your damn fair friend was blind. This is getting better by the minute.
And if I don't find the bathroom soon, this blind man is gonna piss everywhere.
Sometimes I realize I don't know that man at all. I feel like I've never met him.
Perhaps you guys should get your friend to a bathroom. Before I leave, is there anything you need of me? I think Lucius and I have some details to hammer out. Where to take the Night Spider once we've acquired it. Where should I meet you?
Good question.
Well,
you can always find your ship if you alert your jammer to not resist the magic I cast.
I just look at... Wait, who is our jammer right now?
Savik.
He's the rental.
They're not with us at the moment. Okay.
Yeah, he's the rental.
Well, Seraphina can also pilot.
He's the rental.
I'll let Savik know.
Very well. I'll send for you when I intend to arrive.
Whew.
Okay.
This is going to be an interesting next 48 hours.
Yeah, I don't need to use the bathroom anymore.
Seraphina looks at you and says, 37.
No, I plan on seeing what happens afterwards. I'll be there to see it.
Hey. Is Crow out of hearing range?
Crow and Lucius take their leave. This illusion kind of wisps away into puffs of mist. And Seraphina goes, I have the distinct feeling they were sizing us up.
Oh my god, yes! She just like explodes, like she's holding this in the whole time, trying so hard to be cool. You guys, and she tells them what she found out. It's like, okay, so here I have theory. So remember when we first palled up and we went on that little quest. We found that cube that was going to be a map to find the map that we needed to get the special artifact, fancy weapon thing. I think maybe Crow's after that. And that's why she wants to be on the ship with us. So she can get the cube. Yep.
You think that she's after the Astral Atlas?
100%.
Okay.
Well,
And
they
that's
are
why
very
she wants to be
rare.
on the ship with us. Yeah.
But we don't have it.
But we have the thing to get to the thing, though. We have
I mean, we know where it's at. We could always hide that information, but... Well, I hate to say this, she's a rather powerful mage. She could just read your mind.
Yeah, but none of us have really, like, examined it closely enough to get that information. We got it. We found out that there's nothing we could do with it right now, and it would just be more errands that we had to run later. So we were just like, okay, well, we'll deal with this later. So she could read our minds to find out where it's at. And also, speaking of that horse shit, earlier, when I shook hands with them, my hand felt tingly when I touched her hand, and I don't like how I felt about it.
What do you think of tingling?
Amalia, are you sure that wasn't a spark of attraction? She was also blue.
You shut your lesbian mouth. That is not what I'm talking about right now. Yes, she's gorgeous. I can appreciate that. But no.
Okay,
No, it wasn't.
Just making sure.
Now I want to make sure.
Listen, Serafina, I appreciate that. I appreciate your jealousy that maybe when we shook hands, you felt a spark and I didn't. And you know what? That happens, and it's okay.
Oh, Lord, no.
That is natural. But listen, we got
Corellian above. No. You misunderstood. I assumed with your close relationship with Evandira.
Is this because she's not wearing pants?
I mean, that doesn't help her case.
Wait, is that what
It's
that's
all
again?
she knows.
That is a cultural change.
It's cool.
I mean, just because she's not wearing pants around it doesn't mean she's familiar around everyone. Just saying.
It doesn't mean that she's
Right.
ultra just inviting. Yeesh.
Well, to be fair, I come from a culture that wears pants, and not wearing pants is typically a sign of forwardness.
That's what I thought too. But then it was like all the time.
I suppose that is a good point. At any
But
rate,
anyway, back to this person though. Spark.
If you wish to
don't
hide-
trust him.
if you wish to hide the map to the Astro Atlas, why don't we simply give it to someone to give to someone? And we don't instruct them on who they gave it to. For that matter, your little pixie friend. Why not have them hold on to it, Dread?
No.
I don't trust
No.
them.
Because the Fae, that's why.
No, I can I can control him. It's just I feel like I haven't fed him in a while and I don't know if he'd eat it or something.
I've got beads of nourishment and can feed him.
Okay, we just went over this.
I believe you're responsible for this creature and you haven't fed him.
I don't even know what it eats. I
You
snap my
summon him right now and let me see if I can feed him a bead of nourishment, you monster.
I snap my fingers to bring this thing here.
Have you tried figuring it out, Dread?
And I just like grab this pixie, I grab this pixie in the air. And I'm gonna be like, see this woman with no pants? She has a mysterious bead in her hand and you're gonna eat it. You're not gonna question where it's been, where it came from, or what it does.
You're so mean!
Don't eat it.
Quit fucking eating Fae.
Such a fucking bully!
You tell me. You tell me. This is what, and I look at him dead in the eye, like I bring him right close. And I'm just like, this is what she wanted, and then I point it to her.
Okay, boss. I guess I gotta follow your orders. No poison, does it?
I say nothing and point the creature towards Amalia. And I'm
Malia.
like, do it. This is what you wanted.
She just like looks at this poor little guy with big eyes, and she's like, "Listen, I'm so sorry that Dread is such an asshole. He mentioned that he had gotten you anything to eat lately.
No,
and
don't
that
talk.
made me
Don't
really
talk to him
sad."
like he's some kind of like some kind of actual human.
Man, why couldn't she be the offering? She's way cooler.
No, she's not cool. She's
Listen,
like decent. She's like decent. Okay, so
I have this little bead, and it's called a bead of nourishment, and it'll make your belly all full.
Oh, it's like a little good berry. I like those.
Yeah. And she like offers it like open palm in her hand, so that way he can take it if he wants to.
and then I
Takes it with both hands, and he's like munching on it the way you would like. It's hard to describe. Like this bead of nourishment's almost as big as his head.
and I
Are we
lean
sure
in.
You can eat that?
I lean in and whisper in his ear though, and I go, "She's a chronic liar."
That's okay, boss.
So am I.
I mean, our characters like are willing to kill combatants without batting an eye, but like what he just showed in the last 5 minutes was like the most cruel that I've seen the entire campaign.
This is the real nail in the coffin for Seraphina of like, absolutely not, never this man.
Wow, the nail in the coffin joke. How original.
But he gets done eating.
That was
the
great.
bead of nourishment, and he's like, "So, boss, what's up? What'd you need?"
I can't believe you actually ate that.
Yeah.
We just wanted to make sure that you were fed and that you were okay.
Fine.
We did.
Fine,
have a
Amalia.
favor to
You
ask
love
of
him
you.
so much. You love him so much. He's gonna be around literally forever. I'm never putting them back in my arm, and I like shove them onto you. You think it's so
He
great?
just like flips over and lands on Amalia's shoulder. He's like, "So, what are you doing? Who are we killing?"
Yeah.
Do we actually need the Fae around?
There you go. Now you can feed this thing all the time since you want to do this.
Shoot the
Good.
Fae. Shoot the Fae. Shoot it.
Don't shoot the
I'm
Fae.
not gonna shoot it out.
Listen to the.
I want nothing to do with the Fae.
I literally leave the room. I leave. I don't
Fae's
recall
right
this
there.
thing. I just leave the room that I left it in.
Does that work?
Hold on.
We have a rule where he can only be within so many feet of you.
No.
Okay. I
No,
thought
but
he
I
did.
do go back in the room and I'm just like, by the way, ferryman, there is an astral dragon coming. And then I leave the room again.
What now?
Don't worry, we got over 30 hours before it gets back.
Yeah, we got tons of time.
Oh, plenty of time to run away.
No, hold on now.
I mean, plenty of time to
What
prepare.
the hell do you mean we're allowed now?
So, a couple of things. Yes, there's a solar dragon coming. But yes, also, though, we are taking care of it. However, if you did want to get any of the Fae involved and get them to take care of the dragon, that would also be really cool of you.
He kind of like rolls over onto his stomach on your shoulder and goes, "Hmm."
Any
Look at
contract
that
that she's
clause.
looking to engage in has nothing to do with any of us. That is of her own free will that she is
That's
asking
true.
for your help.
I do not
Um,
speak for the trees.
Nor does she speak for anyone else in this group when it comes to any contract or dealings with the Fae. We are not associated with her for all intents and purposes for
Yep.
dealing with the Fae. She is her
You
own
know her.
entity.
We don't know. We found her on the street. Oop.
Any assistance that we might be provided adjacent to her because of your presence has still nothing to do with us.
"Is this guy a lawyer?"
It's, there's,
No.
I just want you to know, I
He
don't
did.
deal with lawyers.
I've just been
there's
reading
a
contracts.
seated
lately.
concern. Yeah, there was a lot of contract stuff lately, and so he's very on edge right now, which is fair. This is very stressful for all of us right now, as you can imagine.
Oh yeah, I can
Yeah, more
imagine.
stressful
Dealing with
now.
Soul Dragon, that's a... Ooh, those guys get big.
Well, yeah.
Now, who exactly is Dread?
You're asking where?
No, I'm asking that thing. Who the hell are you? Since you're not here anymore, and you just left this thing here.
You help?
I don't know.
You can ask questions, I guess.
Well, he touched the thing. He made an offering. So the Fey Court.
He touched your thing and what?
So the Fey Court of Yikma sent me here.
I'm not even here to defend myself.
Okay,
And because he made the offering, I'm stuck with him.
What did he offer?
Until I die. Money.
How much money?
Much. That's why he got me.
So that SOB has money, and he's taking our money.
No, he already gave up the money that he offered, so he doesn't have that anymore. Right? I just look at it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go with that.
But
See,
about
the
this
Fey
dragon,
Court of
though.
Yikma is owned by the Flesh Crafter.
Who is?
The flesh crafter?
She likes making stuff
Horrifying.
out of
Okay.
other stuff.
Okay.
Horrifying. It's whimsical.
So
She made
fell
me.
for Dread. Oh,
I don't think you guys want to go down this road.
I just look at Wingdings and I'm like, did you have a run-in with the Flesh Crafter? Is that why you look the way you do?
Is that why you were devoid of flesh?
Nah, he's all bones. No flesh on him.
The flesh decraft.
That's what I'm saying. Did she take his flesh?
Oh, no, she could have done that.
I fell.
Yeah,
We
and
saw
we
that.
can
He
tell
fell.
your
we did
flesh
see that.
is a
And
separate
explode.
from your bones.
Wow, that's violent.
Yeah, it was real gross. Dread
Awesome.
ate some of it.
That's
It was
even
an
better.
experience.
I'm liking Boss even more now.
Yeah.
Well, so as far as the Fey help goes, I don't know how much help I'll be able to be. I'm stuck on this side.
no,
I can't go back until I die.
Yeah, you probably die soon. Don't worry.
Please don't.
Not by me. Yet.
Plus, if you kill me, your friend loses a finger.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How many fingers?
Just the one?
And how many times can you die?
A few? I don't like where this conversation is going. Hey, Dread! And he, gets up to fly off of Molly's shoulder. Hey, Dread, come back! Wait, man! Boss!
Where are you going, bud?
I suddenly don't trust you guys.
I know, but I believe in science.
I mean, we wouldn't want to hurt Dread.
Hey, Mr. Science Girl. Explain this. And I just point at myself.
Science girl.
Yeah. What's her face?
The pixie?
Kid. And I point at the halfling girl.
Oh,
What?
Steven.
ballerina.
Yes.
There we go.
Oh,
I know.
okay.
She said,
Are you
she
asking
said she only
Ballerina
believes in science.
to make a
Ah, yes.
something check to figure out about your origins?
Oh, my orders. I was just gonna fireball that thing. That's my science.
For you to think about wingdings, maybe. I don't know.
Want me to fireball too? I have all the
Whoa, whoa,
fireballs.
whoa, whoa! We
Maybe
don't
let's
need
not
to do
fireball.
that.
Serafina chimes in and says, well, as wonderful as this conversation has been, we should probably go check on our ship.
Okay.
Also find Dredd before he bites anybody. Or falls into another cistern. I assume that's why he smells the way he does.
I
don't believe he bites
doesn't
anyone.
find him.
I hope nobody comes
No,
looking for me.
Well, if you're not immediately outside the door or on the way to the ship, I mean, you can't count that we didn't look for you. You just weren't there.
My me looking for Dread is going into my quarters and falling asleep.
Yeah,
So
I'd
you
like
guys
to
head
be,
back to your ship?
I'd like to be heading back to the ship. Yeah.
Okay. So, Dredd, you get back to the ship first. And sitting out on these docks, you can see there are those two Titans a few docks above you guys.
Right.
They're eyeing your ship pretty hard.
I
And then the two of them are talking on the docks. Make me a perception check.
Oh, I get to do perception. What do I got here? Oh man, why is this always just a +1? That's gonna be an 8 total.
With all the commotion here on the docks, all the ships being moved and leaving, you can't really catch much of their conversation. But you do get the teleport aboard, kill everything in sight.
Oh no!
I just give them the
Once you secure the Night Spider,
that's nothing, and then I just walk.
once
on
you
the
secure
ship.
the Night Spider, Bifrost back to something. And then the two of them nod, and Lucius reboards her ship along with her Marines, and begins the process of disembarking. And Crow walks back inside, presumably to walk down the stairs to come to your guys' ship. And your friends arrive.
No, I'd like to head inside and start having a shower. We have onboard water, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dread's gonna have a shower.
That's all you took from that?
Yep. No, I wrote it all down.
Amalia's having a panic attack.
She's not here, so she's having a panic attack about something else.
Never mind then.
Yeah, she's not there, so
I left first.
we
Fair enough.
just got there, and now
I'm gonna have a shower.
You take a whore bath.
I take what?
A whore bath.
A whore bath.
Yeah, whore.
This checks out.
It's when you just like wipe yourself down with just like a washcloth.
Oh. You would know.
But yes, you take one of those.
Yeah, maybe Dredd does do that. He's just
Kinda
like, he's just like, man, people stand in this fucking steaming hot water, and I'm just like, And yeah, I just like wet the cloth and just like pat myself and just like, it's a real waste of all this water that goes down the drain, but oh well. I look in the mirror and I see nobody, and I'm just like, I look great, and I leave.
But yeah, after you get done bathing, the rest of you guys arrive to see Dredd has showered for once.
Shocked. I am bamboozled.
I'm in a bathrobe.
Serafina just goes, what did you tell him?
That's all yours.
I'm in a bathrobe, and I'm just like, did you bring back the fairy?
Hey, boss. They're talking like they want to kill me.
See, I told you not to trust them.
Just
no
tell
point
Rena.
You did.
Did we say that we wanted to kill that?
You talked an awful lot about what would happen if I died and how many times I could die.
I just want to
just
know
an
what would
interest.
be the consequences to my actions if I were to take certain ones.
Well, and remember, Bud, if we die, we only get one. So it's wild to us that someone could die and that's not the end.
No,
So
no.
You're very cool.
No, Abra, come here. Did they try to con you into some kind of contract? Were they asking about these wild
You're
questions?
asking the Fae if I tried to con him. Are you kidding me?
I just want to know.
Are
if
you
this
trying to
finger will really
pretend to be nice
disappear.
to it now?
Wow, little buddy, did they just straight up bully you?
I know more than you do.
This is the most
So we're stabbing
toxic
Dread, right?
relationship I've ever been a part of.
Can we make him lose a finger already?
I have to kill him to lose a finger.
No, I just have to die.
Science.
Please don't kill me.
No, here,
Coming back hurts.
take this cloth. Go have a shower.
No, awesome.
Used cloth.
How much iron is in the water?
A lot.
What's the
Like the bottom of this basin tub is like basically black.
I thought it was painted like that.
Is it in a bath?
Yeah,
Are
he's
you really
using.
gonna make him a double whore?
He's using. No, what is wrong with all of you?
What's wrong with you?
I had a bath.
That's
You call
not
that a
much
bath?
You can see Savik coming from the back, and he's like, what's all the commotion? Don't
We
worry.
have to kill that thing to see if you're the real Dread, because the real Dread wouldn't shower.
Yeah, but I have a date with a queen, so
Yeah, that's even worse. Where's that thing? We need to kill it.
the queen.
Please no.
Picture.
I don't want to die again.
No.
I don't.
So you've died before?
Yeah. Haven't you?
Don't talk to me, Faye!
This guy's problem. He asked me the question.
Just close the door. Close the door. Have your bath. If you don't, I swear to God, I'm gonna send you back to, like, I'm gonna send you right
Let me
fucking
fight
back.
you, Cope.
I'm gonna send you back to the crypt, and I'm gonna make you sweep it again.
Let me go find a teacup.
Just careful. Don't drown in there.
Don't tell him how to die.
I mean, you can drown, can't you?
I don't need to breathe.
Interesting.
Noted.
No.
Can you burn?
Stop.
He's like walking with a teacup over his head. Can you burn?
No, let's test that out.
You first.
Ballerina's the one that's asking the questions.
You're the new person here.
No, he's been here. He's been here so long.
What's that in his arm? There's a knock from on top of your ship. And Savik's like, what's going on, guys?
Oh, Amalia, there was some interesting news out of the docks when I got here. By the
We
way.
just got arrived here.
Savik, like, he came from the back of your guys' ship to, like, where you guys are from, like, below, and it's, like, knocking on the side of the ship, like, what's going on?
I don't know what's going on with you.
Discussing our plans here and trying to figure out what to do with, well, Dread's pet.
No, you
Friend?
do not.
I got a pet.
Why do you
Opinion?
guys have to deal
I
with
am a
it?
person!
It's my thing.
And Savik, like, picks him up a little bit, like, you
Oh
guys
my-
have a fit.
He's having a bath.
What a delightful little creature. Well, run along, go have your bath, little pet. What a delightful little guy. Don't trust anything he says.
Don't touch him. He doesn't like you. Leave him alone.
You're the one who's bullying him.
You guys were terrorizing him.
You keep trying to gaslight him.
That's my job.
That is not a job that needs to be fulfilled.
Then why are you
That's
acting
what
like?
I'm being hired
Then why
for.
are you guys acting like you want to take it?
I'm just trying to be nice to him.
No, you're being cruel.
What?
Don't act like you care that we're being cruel.
I care because if you're more cruel than I am,
You're just the one who wants to be the really cruel one.
You just care that we're being nice to him because it makes you realize you're being an asshole.
does
But
he
if
sound? Hold on.
we're mean to him, then you can justify your own behavior.
Does he sound like he's having a good time in the shower? Like, is he whistling and singing songs?
You can hear him speaking in Sylvan, singing his
Aww.
songs.
Aww.
I snap my finger and send him back to the other existence.
Told you.
Such a dick.
All right, the plaything is gone. All of you just leave it alone. He's
Well, anyway.
he's naked in a different dimension now.
So, we got a plane.
Yes, we actually had a simulation of a mock battle. We kind of learned a little bit, and we have some ideas as to how we're gonna handle this. Hopefully, it's a little bit more cooperative.
Hopefully it goes
We
as
plan.
well as it did.
We're gonna try and board a ship and maybe capture it, like we did this one.
All right. Well, I'll have to switch out with Serafina here. It's almost time to take a rest from me. But let me know what my part in that will be. I can't really teleport all that much.
Oh, hey, Amalia. I got some interesting news for you, by the way.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. You know, your little lover queen was outside, like, on the docks there, and she was hanging out.
Oh. Wait, lover queen? What do you mean?
You know what I'm talking about.
Are you talking about the
And that we don't.
princess or Elrina or
The
not
Titan.
Elrina?
The Titan.
Oh,
Bro?
Lucius?
Crow?
They were all like, blah, 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 board the ship. Blah, 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 kill them all. Blah, 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 secure the night spider.
Okay,
Oh.
so I mean, it just sounds like they were trying to get the night spider because they said that was one of the two things that they wanted, right?
Yeah, but they were looking and pointing right at me, so it was like, meh.
So they knew that you were listening.
Dread shrug.
They were pointing right at you. Wait.
Were they talking to you and you were ignoring them?
How close were you? And did you see them? I have so many questions.
I also shrug.
She just turned to Oliver, just like, I don't know what to do with this information. Come on. But like, the cup just makes it sound like about the spider. I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta pretend like you heard nothing at all. And
I don't
like,
think this is situations.
I don't know what to do with that information either. I mean, other than we know that they were going to want to take over the one of the spiders. He's going to want to. Lucius has voiced her
Yeah, we already knew that information, for sure.
to take it over and
Yeah.
kill everything inside it. So they'll handle that on their own. At least.
Yeah.
Crow can help us take over our own ship. She might teleport to the other one if she feels that we can handle our own. I don't know. Can't really speak for her. She's a bit of a wild one.
Here's my question then. If they weren't talking about killing everybody aboard the Night Spider, and hypothetically speaking, they were talking about killing everybody on our ship,
We'd be
I don't.
mega fucked.
So fucked because not only do we have to worry about fighting all of this other bullshit, but we would also have to worry about fighting literal titans.
We couldn't fight them. You would just beg for your mercy.
I don't
Phoenix
think we're gonna
Robinson.
get it.
You could try. I don't think you'd be very successful, though.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, she mentioned owing you an 8th level spell, right?
Yes.
Don't you think that's odd? She
Why?
limited it to that?
I'm assuming
She
that it
could
has
cast
something to do
9th
with your
level
guys'.
magic.
I just assumed that it had something to do with your guys' magical limitations as to what she'd be willing to provide. I can only guess as to what kind of justification she'd have on that.
I just thought it was odd.
It's probably free for
I
her.
myself can't cast magic that powerful, so...
What level spell can you cast up to?
Oh, well, I can actually teleport and plane shift myself, but only myself. Beyond that, I'm more than capable of spells up to the 6th level.
Ah. Yep. Would I would be able to know why she would only be able to cast, well, she would offer that, like, would I have an inclination of that, considering I'm at least versed in Arcana?
So previously she had told you guys this. She's a planeswalker. She can move to other planes of existence on a whim, but only is able to move herself. So she can teleport and plane shift freely, once per day each, but she can only ever teleport or plane shift herself and anything she can carry. Like, she'd freely offered that information to you guys towards the beginning of the campaign.
But no reason why she chose 8th level spell or lower for me. That why did she offer that?
Crow didn't tell you.
Okay. I'm glad, because I thought it was referencing something that we did for them earlier that she'd promised, and I could not remember anything about that.
No,
When you guys killed the ship, you guys asked for a favor, and she's like, okay, I'll pay you half plus an 8th level spell, plus I'll repaint your ship, because I don't want to look at it anymore.
Gorgeous.
I mean, if we don't cash in that card soon, I can come up with an idea as to what we can use that spell for.
What you
I don't
thinking
know how
about?
effective. A simulacrum of Crow.
That would be incredibly useful.
Mm-hmm. That would.
That would be
wouldn't
insane.
Oh, person of crow.
If we, because if she can cast any spell 8th level or lower, she offered it. If she could cast simulacrum of herself and have her simulacrum follow us around for our own bidding. Not saying that we'd tell her what to do, but she'd work for us, so to speak.
That would be a fairly powerful trump card.
Well, just spitballing ideas. Just saying. I wonder if she'd be willing to offer such a thing.
I have no idea.
But what else do we have left?
Has anybody reached out to Regan?
No, good point. Where is Regan?
Perhaps we should reach out to Regan and see if she's done fixing up the lands. We might need to recruit her some new crew, but one more ship.
Okay. And I just walk up to the little communication device. I believe it works like this. And I just put my hands on it. Regan, we're finishing up our last preparations here before our final wait. What's your thoughts on joining the fight?
The reply you get comes pretty quickly. And Regan says, well, I just finished up fixing the ship and finalizing the bill of sale for my farm.
What?
She sell the farm.
You sold a farm.
Is that a metaphor?
No.
It's not.
Okay.
She says she's finishing up the.
That's a
bill of
weird
sale.
metaphor if I've ever heard one.
Strange turn of phrase.
I mean, farmers wouldn't use that kind of metaphor. They just
Like you bet the farm. I don't know if like sell the farm was also.
That's one, but you sold it.
Yeah.
Literally, like someone sold.
Yeah.
You sold your farm.
Are you going to cast Sending again?
Is she gonna answer that? Did she sell the farm?
Yeah.
Hold on. What? We got
She
caught
said
up on
she's willing to join the fight. She just got finished fixing the ship and selling the farm.
Okay.
Okay, wait, hold on.
It's like, all right. I was like, perfect. Glad to hear. I'll cast any. Perfect. Glad to hear. Meet us at, and then I give her coordinates or something like that.
Mhm.
And fireworks start in T minus 35 hours.
35 hours? Where do you want to meet Regan at?
I just give her coordinates to where we are.
Okay.
A staging.
Uh,
conversation.
You get the reply. Twins are spinning up the ship. We're about 35 minutes out.
Well, perfect. Seems like everything is lining up well.
Damn it, don't jinx it. Oh, man.
It's all
Are you
coming
saying
up
that I have
Millhouse.
superpowers?
Yes,
Hmm.
we all have power.
Ellerina, you receive a sending from Crow. Taking some time to go finish up some business. Gonna try to leverage a little more help, but I can't promise anything.
I relay the message. Crow went to leverage some more help, but don't count on it.
Mm,
That's fair.
is that what we think they're actually doing?
Oh, I believe Crow. I'm a Crow fan, remember?
I'm
I mean, let's
edging
be honest,
very pretty
if they wanted to
anti-Crow
take
at
the
this point.
ship,
They would have already.
they've had more than one opportunity.
Since day
You
one,
did
bro.
make a clandestine meeting out in the middle of void space where no one else knew we were going to be.
Would have
think-
died at least
Um,
100 times over already. Maybe more.
Listen, I'm not smart enough to figure this out, but I
course, but
have
you got no
feelings. The pants don't have anything to do With my
Yeah, Pat, all the warmth wouldn't disappear. You would be dumb.
Where's my +5 intelligence pants?
Well, it seems like we have some mysteries to figure out still. But I did have one question for you. Once we're done positive or negative with this fleet, I still would like to retrieve the Astral Atlas. And seeing as our Titan friend is going to be on board the ship and you're worried about her wanting to take that, how do you suggest we protect that information?
Well, simple. We just wait till she's gone before we decide to pursue it. What makes that so complicated?
Amalia had made the suggestion, or raised the alarm, that she might find it here while she's on our ship.
Do we have any...
Your ship.
Do we have... well... a bag of holding or something of the sorts?
That's why I was trying to be nice to little Fey guy.
I didn't hear.
I was trying to be nice to the little Fey guy for this exact reason.
No, okay, but does anyone have a bag of holding?
Nope.
Nope.
Can't make
Not
one
I.
either.
Nope.
Do we have time to go shopping?
Actually, yes.
We could hide it under my hat. Nobody ever looks there.
How big-
Also true. The hat?
No, the
Oh,
item
the
that we're
cube.
talking about. Yeah.
Great question. Caleb. Caleb.
So, you guys don't have a bag of holding, but you do know of somebody who kind of owes you a favor.
Garth?
Garth.
Yes.
Wait, I just randomly picked someone.
I mean, I bet if Garth didn't have a favor, if we even said it, he'd be like, "Oh fuck, I do." Yeah, I probably do, right?
Yeah. Okay, well, we can always ask Garth to stow away a particular item until we're ready to retrieve it. See if he'd be on board for such a thing.
If we didn't tell him what it was, he'd have no way to suspect. Evandira comes from below deck with the groans. They're all holding rifles.
What happened here?
They always
Oh,
have
nothing.
rifles.
We were just looking tough.
Is this your royal bodyguard now?
I've taken a liking to the little guys. They have sticky fingers.
Okay.
No, she means that literally. We climb on the outside of the ship.
Oh, okay.
How long have our
Actually,
soldiers been
really
awake
is
at this
good.
point?
How long have you guys been awake?
Yeah, like how long since our last long rest?
It's about 4 p.m.
Okay. So we still got some time. Can we count what we've been doing as our short rest?
Yes.
All right. I can give out some bardic inspirations. Not bardic inspirations. Some
Heroic inspirations.
Who doesn't have inspiration?
I don't even
Well,
know.
you
if I
didn't.
use mine.
Well, I don't now. Either. Yeah, because I can only get mine on a long rest.
Oh, damn.
But I can give it out to anyone else that needs it, which sounds like everyone else already has it. So we're good. Okay.
After about an hour, Regan comes flying out to this dock, docks her ship, and Tali's back. So she heads down the staircase to your guys' dock, comes walking up, says, well, how long we got? About 35, 34 hours?
Give or take.
I was thinking about things. I'm going to be taking the Lance back out to Tashimura territory, to Clown, to my contact, and we're going to be buying a laser cannon for the Lance.
Dope.
Can you have that installed in that time?
Yeah, I think we can get it done. It should only take about 8, maybe 9 hours.
You're cutting
Full
it
round
close.
trip. Cutting it close, but gotta do what we gotta do.
Yeah.
You wanted to talk?
He's on the farm.
Well, I'm not much of a farmer myself, and well, with this fight coming up and all the other things that have been going on, I'm thinking of doubling down on the lands. Not thinking, I'm actually started the process. I got my gold for the farm, it's just waiting for the paperwork to catch up now.
What's your thoughts on the fight coming up?
Well, I sold the farm to make sure we have a little more than we did before, and well, I'm hoping I come out of it all right. There's no way to tell. It seems like we got plenty of ships. Seems like we called in almost every favor we could.
You don't think the snake bite's gonna again? Do you?
Sorry.
I doubt it, but regardless, we need to not be overconfident.
Mm-hmm. Especially since the simulation that we ran didn't have like all the arcane cannons that Seraphina mentioned they would.
Mm-hmm. Use our own ships as body blockers to protect us.
You got an advertisement?
We can't play the coward.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly not.
Well, when I'm off in Clown, should I pick up some more fighters? I could just hire on some mercenaries. Unless you had somebody in particular you were thinking of.
How's Garth these days?
Question: how much later are we playing? It's 11:30 already.
Oh shit!
damn,
you're
I didn't
right.
even
Yeah.
notice.
I gotta work at 6.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Oh
Yeah.
damn.
We will fast forward to my ending point for the session.
Oh shit! I won't be here next Friday.
So you guys tally with Garth, get Garth to take control of this cube that has the information that you're looking for. Garth agrees to take care of it, to keep it hidden on him, but he informs you he's going to be riding along with Regan and her ship for the upcoming combat.
Mm-hmm.
And as you guys are, prepping your ship to leave, prepping her ship to leave, one more thing happens.
Hmm?
As you guys are getting all of your things around, you can see a large dragonborn come walking forward, and he has a tattoo from the Five Fingers on his right arm. He was actually one of the people in the meeting. He waves over to Elrina and says, "Hey, Short Stack, I think I remember you."
And I don't remember you.
Well, I think we only met, once, maybe twice.
And can I help you?
Well, that's just the thing. The Admiral brought me along, and, well, I'm looking to get some revenge.
Oh.
Do you remember the Simeon Syndicate? It's another Five Fingers gang in our territory. Well, they rubbed out the gang I was running with. The Colics. And I'm looking to get even.
Like now?
Like now. Think you could help?
We're about to go on a massive space war.
I get that. We got time.
Yeah, but we need to rest.
Do you
Need
understand
my
how
beauty
time
sleep.
works? Like, we really don't.
We've got just enough time to handle this. Plus, I can pay. Not in gold, but I think I've got just the thing you're looking for. That's what we're
Which
gonna call
is?
it.
You son of a bitch. Next section will be called, which is...
But yes. Sorry for dragging it out so late. I
Next
did
That's
not
okay.
really
You
catch
have
the
the
time.
concept of time.
Not gonna lie, I was falling asleep half.